Oh, this.
Hello and welcome to the Evo Gaming Nvidia GeForce Weekend Warriors League of Legends tournament. We are here live at the Evo Gaming Land Center in Queens, New York. I am Tasty Bacon. Alongside me is Cameron Davis,
What
and
up?
we are getting set to bring you all of the action here. There are 6 teams competing, all single players that just came in
Hmm.
and were basically did a draft to draft their teams.
Yeah, old
Um,
high school basketball style.
yep. The 6 highest ranking players were assigned as the captains,
Hmm.
and then made drafted their teams that way. So the they're now there's 6 teams. They're
Hmm.
going to be going head to head in 2 separate groups of 3, single elimination. So one loss and you're out, and it's best of one. So you have to bring your best every single game. It's a rainbow of rankings going on. I mean, just in the game we have here, there's diamond, gold, silver, plat, all on one team. There's a diamond, gold, plat, bronze. It's everything is just
Yeah,
thrown together,
yeah.
which is going to be really fun to see where these matchups end up happening.
Uh, Wait, do we know? Okay, I'm assuming the other team can see the rankings the
Yes,
way that we're seeing it.
yes, they can.
So I'm pretty sure they're gonna find out who the lowest ranking person on
Hmm.
the enemy team is, and just camp their lane. Just camp their
Well,
lane.
that's what I think is going to be the most interesting thing is because you can see like there's 2 diamonds in this matchup.
Yeah,
They can see who each other is, and so then they could potentially try and just say, okay, we want our best player to be in the mid lane or our
yeah,
best player to be jungling. Uh, and it's going to be a matter of where they decide to put everybody
yeah.
in
Well,
these
that's
matches.
that's the thing, and I brought this up to you earlier.
Hmm.
How, as far as I know, when they asked everyone what their ranking was for a way for people to like for the team captains to
Yep.
choose who they wanted, they didn't ask for their main
No,
roles
no,
or
they didn't.
secondary roles at all. So as far as we know, someone just got a team full of jungle mains, no other role. So
So flexibility is going to be king here. You have to be flexible to make it
yeah,
work with your teammates. They've had what is it? It's been like 20 to 30 minutes or so to
uh
kind of get to know each other and get
yeah, maybe
themselves
45.
work out their strategies. They're all sitting just over to our right. Every single player is out here in the land center. So
Hmm.
awesome setup here. Definitely, if you are in the New York area, make it a point to head on down. It's evogamingnyc.com, I believe is the website. If I can get confirmation. evogamingnyc.com. Oh, here we
Hey,
go. Got a business card. Let's get
flash at the
that.
camera.
Let's
There
yeah.
we go.
Is it gonna auto adjust? There we go. There you go. So that's where you want to head if you're looking for any gaming, something to do on whenever you're bored. If you're in the
Yeah,
area, it's got full like there's a loaded selection of
loaded
drinks
fridge.
and
Got tons of snacks
snacks.
up here as well. A
You
lot of
can win
computers.
stuff just by coming and showing up and playing games
Hmm.
on the computers here. It's an awesome setup. I'm super jealous that there's nothing like this up where I live.
Yeah, yeah.
But we are here. We're getting set for our first game of the day. I believe this is. Actually, I'm not 100% sure what their team names. Obviously, they just came up with the team names because it is
I believe we have.
individuals, and it is going
Okay,
to be Frostfire versus A Team coming
okay.
up. So that's just if you obviously just pay attention for a little while, you'll start to remember these names as they go through. But it is Frostfire and A Team set up, and as soon as we're ready, I mean, we're just going to be jumping right on into this draft.
Hmm.
So
Everyone's still getting, I think, a little
yeah,
comfortable figuring out exactly how
That's
getting all the
that's the
team
beauty of
speak
this. We
and
can if like there's an issue, we can just look over there
yeah,
and
yeah.
just kind of see if what's going on. But looks like there's someone wants to ban Vi. It's Vi. It wants them to ban Vi against him, which is a little surprising. You'd think he'd want to play it. Maybe it's going for that reverse psychology.
It's just trash talk. It's just trash talk.
Going for the reverse
You
psychology, I
got
think. Just
got the nice what greater than colon close bracket.
it's the
It's
evil face, I
yeah.
guess. Looks like the readies are coming out, and we should be getting underway momentarily. Once again, this is GeForce Weekend Warriors here at Evo Gaming NYC. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Make sure you stick around because again, it's the action's gonna be it's gonna be all over the place.
Yeah,
I've casted games of this style before,
yeah,
and it is just so much fun because you never know where a huge play is going to come
yeah. No,
from.
that's what I'm excited for because I've cast amateur league before, but it's always been organized
Hmm.
teams. So even though you could still see sometimes the discrepancy of skill within a team, I think it's going to be a lot more dynamic this time around, a lot more chaotic, especially because these teams don't know. Oh, okay, here we are entering pick and ban phase.
Yep.
Throwing.
So we are going to be getting on in to the draft phase. You can see everyone is just waiting for everyone to connect right now, but we'll see what the bands are going to be. It's McDicken on the blue side. It is McDicken, Steamroller 1819, Mikey Chan 5, Mellow Maniac Raiden, and Vi. Whereas the red team,
V,
yeah, Vi V.
or what
Oh,
is that? 9.
what?
There we go. Roman numerals.
But if it was 9, it would be
I
IX.
know, but it's 5 then 4 ones. It's.
Either way, we are getting our first
There we go.
ban taken care of. It is Vladimir going to be
Hmm.
pulled off the board.
That's a pretty solid first ban. Oh, and then on the red team, I'm going to assume Grandmom is the team captain of this, but we have
Yeah,
Grandmom.
Grandmom and McDicken are the
Okay,
two diamonds in
and
this
then
matchup.
Orpmy, oldest question, attack. Oh, okay, there we go.
Um,
Attack on Titty,
yep.
and then myself lol. So, ooh, more bands coming in. Vladimir and Swain from the blue team, Lucian from the red team. Yeah, these are pretty much, and then we got the Jackson out too. These are pretty much all the ones that we're probably going to be expecting from pretty much every team. I'm
Yeah,
definitely looking at the Vladimir and Swain.
it's definitely the common bands right now, not wanting to let those. It's always strange to see like how the game evolves over time.
Hmm.
I mean, talk about last month,
Yeah,
those bands would have been completely different.
yeah.
But now that we are here,
Just go like 2 patches ago, and
yeah,
anyone bringing up like even considering banning Vladimir or Swain.
yeah. There goes the Zed
There go.
off taken
Okay.
off the board as well. And let's see, what do you think this last band is gonna be? I mean, because obviously you don't really know your opponents that well,
No,
so the
you kind of
best you can do is kind of look at their profile
yeah,
and see what they play to try and get an idea of maybe
or
what
just
their
ban
mains
power
are,
picks that you
or
don't want
yeah,
to
just
play.
ban stuff you just don't want to deal with.
You could also, if you have enough time beforehand, talk about what you guys are more comfortable playing and what you want to play, and then
Hmm.
ban power picks that specifically counter your playstyle. But I don't know how easy it is for a lot of these teams who just met up to do that in the span of maybe 30 minutes.
Yeah, Kindred gonna be the last band, and
Okay.
very quickly McDicken grabbing himself an Ezreal.
Yeah, that was a pretty great. And yeah, and Ezreal is really powerful at this moment. Even after banning out strong, like consistent DPS champs like Vladimir and
Hmm.
Swain, you still want that kiting, especially now that Lucian's banned out. You definitely want that kiting potential, not only from his blink, but also from having the blue Ezreal build.
Yep, absolutely. And so then a Hecarim and a Sivir going to be the two picks answered on the red side. We'll have to see if those get traded around because again, it's you kind of would expect your high tier player, the diamond player
Yeah.
in Grandmom, to want to play a really high skill tier,
Hmm.
a high skill capped hero. And I really don't feel like Hecarim or Sivir fall into that role. Ezreal definitely does, so I wouldn't be surprised if McDicken ends up on the Ezreal.
Yeah.
But Grandmom, I don't feel like Hecarim or Siv are going to fall into that role. We'll have to see what they do decide to end up going with. As Volibear and now Sona coming out.
This is gonna tilt me. Volibear on my very first game. I hate this champion so much, and I've hated this champion for probably multiple seasons now. How can you build health and then one shot someone from half health down? It does not make any sense at all. And now the fact that he's actually played at a high level, he's like I think he's been the number one win rate jungle champion for a couple of patches now. And the fact that he's here, it's fine. I just have some PTSD I'm gonna have to get over. And then with the Sonos, they
Well,
okay.
that's a little interesting. I mean, the Olaf, we've seen Olaf in
Hmm.
previous seasons
Hmm.
be really strong and be a big force in the top lane,
And now he's
but
really strong in this current season too. We just saw, I don't know, any of you guys watching the LCS, we saw Dardoch do really good on him yesterday. We also
but
saw,
it's
I can't
I
remember the
feel
other
like it's
team.
more of a pick that you want to wait until you see what your opponent's running before you grab it. But they just went ahead and took it. Alistair also going to be there for the red side. Alistair, I love Alistair as a
Yeah,
support. It's obviously
picking
can.
Alistar into a Sona though is a little questionable. Alistar is a little, I mean, all melee supports are weak against range
Mhm.
supports, but I think against a Sona particularly, you it's unless they want to do a lane swap, but I don't know if
You're also going
team
to be up against
coordination
that
is enough for that
Ezreal
right now.
too. Like
Yeah,
one of the big tools of Alistair is going in that headbutt
yeah, exactly.
pulverize, and Ezreal's just
Ezreal
going to
can
be
just
like, oh
blink out.
well, I'm gone.
I'm
Like
gone. I'm out.
I don't care. Vi gonna be the final selection along with Ari for the blue side, and I gotta say, just looking at what's out here right now,
Hmm.
and LeBlanc coming through, I like the LeBlanc going up against Ari. Gonna see probably just for some fun matchups. Like I don't necessarily like
This is
one
a
over the
Volibear
other
top.
for the
I just
assassins,
realized that. I was
but
assuming.
mhm.
No, go
I was
on.
gonna say I love that I like that matchup just because double assassins in the mid lane is just gonna be super fun to watch.
Yeah, I think LeBlanc has the lane pressure against Ari. I can't imagine anyone who LeBlanc doesn't have lane pressure against early. But Ari still has just as much roam potential and pick potentials as LeBlanc does. Arguably a little more. LeBlanc is a little more like 1v1. Ari is a little more like team with
Hmm.
the charm. But just comparing these teams to each other, this is going to be a bloody game. Both teams, especially the red team, but I think a little bit of both teams, they absolutely want to just run at each other. We got the Hecarim, we got the Olaf, we got the Sivir ultimate, even LeBlanc coming from the side, and then the Alistar to knock everyone up and do a little bit of disengage. But I think it's going to be doing a lot of engage on that. But then on the blue team, even, there's the Vi, there's the Volibear. We do have Ezreal, who's actually going to be kiting back a little bit,
Hmm.
and the Aura is going to be zooming around the map. But then with the ultimate coming from Sona, to stun everyone on the team. I don't know. I do want to put. I
I
don't know how they compare it against each other.
I feel like the blue team has just a slight compositional advantage, if only because while yes, both teams have a really strong team
Hmm.
fight, the blue side also has a lot of pick potential. You can have that charm come through and then Vi just ult that target, Volibear flip them back over. Like there's so many tools to just lock down one target. And they also have the ability to just dive onto that back line. They can go in and try and delete Sivir,
Hmm.
try and delete the LeBlanc. Like they have a lot of single target burst.
I don't like the Volibear, and this isn't just because of like person. This is not because of personal preference. Just looking at the team comp, I'm not liking the Volibear here, just because what you're talking about the. You can just delete all that. Don't watch any of this.
Well, we're
Watch
not.
us.
We're
Yeah,
we
watch.
they are watching us.
Oh, oh, hey, sorry. Um,
See,
uh,
this is why you just handle this. We'll handle
I'll
the
handle
production
this.
over
I'll handle
here.
this. Um, But I'm just looking at basically the spacing of how blue team's going to want to position themselves in team fights, which we're going to have the Vi and the Volibear all the way up front, Ari coming from the flank, maybe in the middle, and then Sona and Ezreal on the back. But with both a Vi and a Volibear running into the enemy team, there's no one to really keep the Hecarim and the Olaf and the Blanc
Hmm.
from really getting on Ezreal. Ezreal does have a blink, and Sona has her ult, but if people coming from multiple angles, Sona can't hit all of them. I feel like if they had to support more along the lines of Braum, they'd be able to protect Ezreal better. Or instead of taking Volibear top lane, I feel like they should have taken someone like Maokai or Sion even to
See,
kind of
this is
be a
all
bit
well
more
and
of a
good,
wall. Yeah.
assuming that the players
Yes.
have played with each other
Yes.
and have synergy with each other.
Absolutely.
But you
This
have to
is
keep in
all
mind,
assuming.
this is
Yeah.
essentially a slightly more organized solo queue matchup.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Absolutely. This is assuming that Steamroller 1819 is not a Volibear one trick. All
Which
I was saying,
you
which
never know.
he may be, maybe picking, maybe
I mean,
having picked a
Volibear
little bit
kind of a steamroller, a little bit.
a little bit.
Not quite as much. I would say Rammus would probably be the closest to the
Yeah.
steamroller, but
Yeah.
but either way, we are gonna be getting into the game here shortly, and we will be bringing all of the action to you. Our first matchup of the day. We'll have to see how it goes. A team versus Frostfire. It is A
Mhm.
team on the blue side, Frostfire on the red. And as soon as we get loaded on in, we will jump on to the Rift for game number 1.
Woo! And this is where I guess an ad would play if we had ads, but
Yeah.
we don't.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah, that's you're
It's
welcome.
better.
You're
You
welcome,
can
internet.
look at our pretty faces. Look at our
Oh,
pretty.
we do have an ad.
Oh. Oh well,
But there's no audio on the ad, so you get to still listen to us
that is true.
while watching the
Hear
ad.
our
We can
soothing
commentate on
voices.
the ad. GeForce again, a huge thank you
Thank you.
to Nvidia and GeForce helping to sponsor this entire event. Everyone that is playing in this tournament is here for free,
Mhm.
which is awesome. I mean, you typically when you go to a LAN center, obviously you pay for the time. It's very good prices though. I think
Yeah.
I was looking at
Oh
the
yeah.
prices here.
Yeah.
I think it's like what $4
Yeah.
for an hour right now. You can go up to like I think it was like 5 hours was just $12.
Yeah.
Like that's a really good
Day
price.
day rate for 12 as well.
The day rate was even more. Day rate gets you up to 7 hours for $12.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. But again, huge thank you to Nvidia allowing everyone to be here for free for the day.
Mhm.
And then of course providing some prizes that's going to be given out
Woo.
to some of the people here. There's some I believe there's some Nvidia swag and other fun stuff
Mhm.
that's going to be given out. Uh,
I don't remember. I didn't see any of those.
yeah, I think we have some over here. I'm not 100% sure,
Oh
but
well.
we're not the ones handling that though.
Yeah.
We'll let
Unfortunately,
Evo Gaming take care of it,
we
which is
can't.
probably a good thing. Because if I was in charge of it,
Probably just.
it'd be, oh, sorry guys, we ran out.
Yeah.
Like, it all just somehow disappeared overnight. I'm not sure what happened.
But good games, guy. Bye.
Yeah.
Sorry, gotta make the train.
So a little bit of loading time here. Just gonna be again. Well, as soon as we actually get on in, we will be getting underway. I don't know if you want to talk about the some of the what's it called the masteries that we're seeing.
Uh,
I don't know. I mean, it's not.
everything's pretty much
Yeah,
what you'd
not
expect.
really any surprises
No,
coming out.
this is actually everything. Well, okay, okay. I
I
do
mean, you
want to point
guys
out,
obviously can't see them, so we don't
Alistair.
want to
Yeah,
say
yeah, yeah.
too
I
much.
do want to point out this Alistair is going Bonds of Stone instead of Windspeaker's Blessing, which, tanky supports generally go Bonds of
Hmm.
Stone if they don't go
But I feel like
Symphony of the
Alistair
Ages.
is kind of like that pseudo tank.
But I also the thing about Windspeaker's Blessing is that it gives everyone around him who he heals
Hmm.
with his what greatest the E.
Yep. Just the
Um,
AOE heal.
yeah,
Like
the AoE heal.
it's an AOE heal
It
and
buffs
gives
them
them a buff. So it's
armor, and MR, which not only does it help your carries stay tankier, I think it's also probably more defense overall, spread out your team, than just the defense that it gets on you. Hmm?
oh, looks like there
Oh,
was rip. There was a disconnect,
so we have to
which
go
is
back.
why. Well, that explains why it was taking so long to load on in. But so we are going to be remaking the room, and as
Yeah,
soon as everyone gets in, we'll just be blowing through the
I love that.
draft phase again, and you get to sit here and listen to us ramble on for a few more minutes, as we obviously have to wait for that spectate
Yeah,
delay on the league client. But I'm not even really sure what else there. Like, we've kind of gone over
yeah.
how both teams are going to try and win.
I guess I know. I also saw that. I'm assuming that they're gonna keep an eye and make sure the players don't change anything. But what it was, Vi had Thunderlord's Decree,
Hmm.
which is very much a solo queue way of playing Vi. I haven't seen. I'm not a Vi player, so I don't necessarily know what like the optimal way to play at upper echelons of ranked play or even in pro play that you'd want to play her.
Yeah, she's
Um,
not really the most.
no,
You don't really see Vi too
she's not very
frequently in pro
meta
play.
at the moment.
But I mean, again, this glorified, kind of step above solo queue style.
Yeah,
I could definitely see the Vi working out.
yeah, I could too. It's a little cheese though, and it's a lot of personal philosophy that goes into this, but I don't like cheese, and
See,
I
I don't
feel
think it's
Thunderlord's
cheese.
Decree on Vi is very much like it just feels very one note to me, and if you don't succeed early, you're not gonna succeed at all. Um, and
See, I'm biased on this one because Vi is one of my favorite heroes.
okay,
So.
okay, yeah. So okay, what do you think would be a better pick for Vi? Would you rather go with Strength of Ages or
I would
Thunderlords?
actually. I would probably still go Thunderlords with her,
Okay.
just because you're so much of what Vi does is that burst,
Hmm.
that big burst coming out. Knocking someone up, uh, getting that those your 3 hits on them. I mean, I personally one of my favorite builds to go with her is or at least it used to be. I haven't really played Vi in a while because she has sort of fallen
Yeah.
off out of the meta.
Yeah.
But when I did play her, I would go with a Trinity Force.
Okay.
Like first item, I would build part of my jungle
Yeah.
item and then go Trinity Force, just
Question
because
though.
it's all about that burst.
What would you do if you were behind?
Build Trinity Force. And
Well,
just farm.
well, okay.
Just play safe, build a Trinity Force. It's and then cry slowly
Okay.
and
Oh,
painfully.
I also didn't know this is also an Olaf top. Of course, it's Olaf top.
Yep.
I kind of assumed that it was Olaf jungle. So this is definitely going to be an interesting top
Well,
lane
it could
matchup.
with a Hecarim, they could have kind of gone
Yeah,
either
they could have
way.
gone Hecker and top. I wasn't putting together. I'm like, oh, Olaf, obviously jungle. Oh, Hecarim, obviously jungle. That's fine. Two jungles in the team. Like I just didn't make the connection in my head. But what? Okay, okay. You're right. I am a little, I think, biased against seeing everyone taking Thunderlords in solo queue. Um, just because everyone always wants that early game burst. But I'm an Evelyn main, and even though I build kind of like bruisery tanky, which I need to stop because that's not how you're supposed to build Evelyn anymore. But no, but I got into Evelyn in season 4 when it was the when the items were all based on like the buffs, where you'd get the lizard elder
Okay. Yep.
and then the like
Yep. I
whatever
remember.
that like what you build that and it's go to like, when
I
tank
don't. I
Kha'Zix
don't
were the
even
thing.
remember what those are called anymore.
When
Like
but
they've
like
changed so
yeah, but like
drastically
when
every
Tank
season.
Evelyn and Tank
But
Kha'Zix were
yep.
the thing in the jungle, and that was like when I fell in love with those champions.
Those were
And so
dark
I
times
still
indeed.
feel like I want to build Evelyn like AD Bruiser, even though that's not how it works for her. But even for and so I actually tried going Strength of the Ages on her and it didn't work. But what I do now is I still go Thunderlords and then build Bruzy after that. So I guess I shouldn't be so biased against seeing a Vi with Thunderlords. My only concern is if she builds like aggressive, just tons of damage on
And falls
Vi.
behind.
Well, even if you're ahead, sure, maybe you can blow up
I
Sivir.
mean, you can blow up
Maybe.
Sivir. You can blow up
Maybe,
LeBlanc
but
as
even with the
well.
Alistair, maybe not. Alistair can just headbutt you away once you ult on her. And then if the team is all organized, if again, this is all assuming teams are organized. Teams are organized. Um, you're gonna get blown up, and unless you have anyone backing you up, but if you ult from far away, it's kind of hard for your team to catch us up unless you want your Ahri to ult in behind you, but then not have any escapes to get out. And again, that's also the Volibear also runs in with you. That's leaving Ezreal and Sona
I
completely
think
detached.
I feel like blue team should definitely focus more on the picks.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be their key to victory is getting picks because, like you said, in a straight up, while they do have a pretty solid team fight composition,
Hmm.
red side's team fight is just a bit stronger.
Yeah.
But blue side they'll be able to siege up on turrets
Hmm.
because they will have that constant pick threat.
Yeah.
So
But
okay,
for as far as picking, red team also has LeBlanc, and if LeBlanc gets ahead early, there's no one like unless they have a 3 member like 3 versus 1 pick onto LeBlanc. LeBlanc can just outburst even if it's a aggressive offense building Vi or the Ari. Like no matter what, like
hmm
if LeBlanc is ahead, LeBlanc's gonna outburst them. So that's
see
even kind of the
that's
anti-pick.
why you have this early damage Vi coming in and
Okay, yeah.
ganking the mid lane constantly to make sure that LeBlanc doesn't get ahead.
But until you have your ult, I don't feel like
I will just defend Vi in any
no, I'm fine.
composition.
I know.
Period. End of story.
My point
Like
is
I just love Vi so much. I'm really excited to see it being played, especially by someone named Vi. Like they have to be a Vi main.
You're right.
Like there's no way that they're not. So hopefully the Vi play coming out here will
I wish I
be
remember what rank this
intense.
person was so I could make judgments on how they play Vi based on that. Is
You,
that
wait.
bad? Oh no, because like if they were diamond, like oh okay, you know how to play Y well. But if like they're silver, I'm like oh wow, they're just gonna build Triforce even if you're 0 and 6. Okay, my point is I just hope that Vi uses her ult more as a lockdown
Mhm.
rather than I'm gonna run in and assassinate someone.
Oh, well, definitely. I mean,
Because if
that's
you
kind of
have
how you have to use Vi's ult.
not in silver.
Fair point. Fair point. But I mean, he does at least, they have diamonds and plats and such on the team.
Yeah, yeah,
They could at least maybe be telling him, yo, don't use your ult like that. If he does, there could be. Hopefully, there's some communication. Hopefully the players are the players are
yeah.
willing to
One would hope.
designate a shot caller.
One would hope being in voice chat with a team that you've been assigned to, you're more willing to listen than you are in solo queue. So let's hope.
It generally is. Like usually that's why I've always been like a huge advocate of having voice chat implemented in the game, because despite how much toxicity it will bring about, it's so much better to play on a team. Like when there was voice third party voice chat programs becoming like a huge thing for League of Legends,
Yeah, like
I feel
Curse
like
and
those were some of the best matches I had. Was when I would grab random people
mhm.
and we would all jump onto the same voice server
Yeah,
and just play that way. Like it was just so much better. And even if someone got started being toxic, you just mute them. Like
yeah,
it's I don't know.
yeah. Well,
That's
okay.
one of the decisions I have heavily disagreed with Riot on.
At the
Uh,
same time, though, whenever I play Counter Strike, the thing that makes me want to just stop playing for the day is when I get people who don't shut up. Which I guess the difference is that in Counter Strike, listening is significantly more important than it is in League. And League, but League also has pings, which you can't do in Counter Strike. So
mhm.
um, so you can communicate a lot effectively. Like smart ping, I think was one of the greatest things that Riot's ever
Oh
done.
yeah, absolutely.
I love it. But in kind of like when there are people who just don't shut up and they refuse to actually talk about the game, like at least when I play Counter Strike, like and even in League, I just tell me things I need to know about the game, and you can make a joke every once in a while, but like I don't need to hear you groaning about how you missed this pick.
Yeah, or every CS that you miss,
Yeah, it's like
or
oh god, or yeah, that is really the thing that
those
tilts
are
me.
some of the worst
That
ones.
is the thing that tilts me more than anything else is people constantly, oh man, it's like I don't need to hear that. I don't need to hear that. Leave it to yourself.
Well, oh, we are getting so close. We do apologize for the delay,
Yeah.
but we are just about loaded onto the Rift now, and we will be getting into
Yeah.
the game.
Everyone's in.
Once again, it is A team against Team Frostfire. A team on the blue side,
Hmm.
Frostfire on the red, and we are so close to getting
Okay.
into the game.
Here's another thing that I didn't notice earlier. Olaf has teleport ignite.
Yep,
No ghost.
no ghost.
No flash, which is not unexpected, but have no ghost as well. I feel like this. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Yeah, and it actually makes two champions on the
Hmm.
team Frostfire not having flash, as Hecarim
Heck, yeah.
also has Smite
Hecarim
Ghost
also has
again,
ghost.
expected,
Expected.
but to have two of your champions not have flash, that's kind of it could be a little interesting. Volibear also not running the flash again,
Yeah.
fairly standard on a champion like that, going with the teleport ghost instead.
Hmm.
I feel like the ignite was mostly taken because of the Volibear.
Mm, I'd say, but I don't think that's a right decision. I understand why they thought
Hmm.
that way, but I don't feel like that's the right decision because he's gonna heal up. He heals up a lot even with grievous wounds, and if you're wasting your ignite just to keep him from healing, unless you're in the middle of a fight,
Well, I think that's the point. Is it like that's why they have two of them.
I guess.
I
I
feel like obviously LeBlanc has it just because she wants to be that aggressive
Yeah,
mid laner,
yeah.
which I'm a little bit surprised that Ari actually. No, Ari does have ignite. My apologies. I was looking at the wrong hero there, but yeah, it's gonna be really interesting to see. I think the mid lane matchup is gonna be the most important matchup to watch,
Yeah.
with an honorable mention to the jungle matchup.
Hmm.
Like the way that these two junglers go, the Hecarim versus Vi, and how they can affect the game,
Yeah.
especially again trying to affect that mid lane. That's gonna be where the majority of my attention is gonna be.
Yeah. Because as we were talking about earlier, team which I guess the blue team,
Blue team is A team.
red blue. Wait, I. Oh god, I'm not good at colors right now. This is blue.
No, that's red.
That's red. This is red.
No,
Okay.
you can see red, blue.
Oh, okay. Whew. Okay.
Or
For
the
some reason,
colors of the
okay.
names are also
Red
red
team.
and
Okay,
blue.
so we said red team is A team, right?
Yes. No,
Okay.
blue team is A team.
Blue team is A team. Red team. Okay. Team. As we were talking about earlier, A team, blue team, are gonna want to be pick based, while Frostfire are more team fight based. And as but the LeBlanc gets ahead. That's gonna completely nullify any sort of pick
Hmm.
based strategy that A team is gonna want to have. So, whereas like it is all about the mid lane. If LeBlanc gets ahead, she's gonna
Yeah, if LeBlanc gets ahead, she's going to be able to start roaming up
yeah,
to the top lane, down to the bot lane, and just start controlling the entire map.
basically
But the same thing is true about Ari. Not
true.
to quite the same extent,
Hmm.
but it definitely is. And so that's why, like I said, I think the mid lane matchup is going to be
Yeah,
so incredibly important this
yeah.
time around.
You don't want the Blanc to fall behind, because then that will allow, unless Frostfire want to just stay together 24/7, and unless they want to like post 5 minutes like a single tower falls and everyone groups mid, a la Bronze style. Unless they want to do that for the entirety of the game, it really is going to be dependent on the block not falling too. I mean, she could fall behind a little bit, I think, but if she gets completely dominated and Ori starts roaming around everywhere, they're going to need to group up, because they got the Vi, got the Ori, got the Volibear, got the Sona, and like the Ezreal slow to allow to enable those happen easier. It's going to be a lot of if blue team gets ahead, I feel like they're gonna completely run away with this game. Same
Yeah.
can be said for both teams, of course.
Hmm.
But at least blue team have a little bit of disengage in the Ezreal and the Sona, and and the engage from Team Frostfire isn't. Okay. So it's not an engage in the same way that they had the Vi. It's not an engage like in the way that they can just jump in and immediately lock you down. It's just a lot of running at you.
Hmm.
So if you stay close to your tower and you can kite away a little bit, that means you're forcing your tower dive, which, depending on how far ahead red team are, a little bit. Oh, we are in game.
Wow. Okay. So. Wow. Well, we were stuck on the loading screen. We have now jumped into Summoner's Rift, and it's we're already just about 7 minutes in. We've had 3 kills.
So yeah,
Wow, very sorry for that. We actually didn't see any of it. Um, and so, but we are going to be getting on into the game right now,
here we are.
so we
Hey
can bring you
everyone.
the action.
Bam.
Apologies for that the delay there, but we are in and we are now finally underway. We get the champions organized a bit for you on the scoreboard there. We can see in the bot lane thus far, nothing really has happened. It's just been a
Ooh.
lot of farming,
Ooh, yeah. Let's
but
go
it
up here.
is McDicken is going to be currently having the advantage. But up in the
Oh,
top lane,
ooh.
oh, a big
Take
tower
that.
dive. And that's going to be Vi, that early game Vi
Oh.
damage, picking up the kill and just barely able to get out from underneath the turret.
Let's just click on there. There we go. Yeah, that was a very, very close one. Vi almost got taken out by that last tower shot. Fortunately for her, that was just an unfortunate ult from Hecarim, being unable to ult. The fact that he didn't ult before getting ulted by Vi. Got that third kill for A team right there. Ooh, attack. Oh, getting in. He actually gets a knock up on McDicken. Taking a lot of damage. Actually not running away, deciding to do a point blank ult, though Orphan does get taken very low and actually gets taken out. So even though Attack on Titan doesn't engage, and is Attack on Titan even going to fall? He doesn't have his ult yet, so there he goes. Double kill for an Ezreal. While we see Vi taking the blue, almost as exciting right there. Let's move that chat out of the way.
Yeah,
Though we
so
do, yeah.
5-1, but here comes a couple members of the Team Frostfire, and McDicken, he's just gonna be stuck, getting taken down, and a
Ooh,
nice pickup by myself, able to clean up the Sona. So a couple of kills answered here by Team Frostfire, able to at least even it up a little bit. But despite the fact that the kills are close, look at the gold difference
yeah.
between these two teams early on.
A lot of that, I think, comes from the CS advantage that's in both top lane and the bottom
Hmm.
lane. We see a
Yeah, big
over
leads in both.
20 plus CS leads in both those lanes, and in fact the only roles that have let that on, what is it, Team Frostfire, that are winning, it's tied in the mid lane. And then there's Alistair with more CS, but I'm pretty sure that's
That
going to balance out with
that's
the
going to be
amount of.
largely because of the shield. as there. Ooh, that's a that's a siren going by, unfortunately. But hey, that's what happens when you're in the city. But down in the bot lane, McDicken on this Ezreal has built himself up about a 15 CS lead over Orpmai on this Sivir, and you kind of expect that. Again, McDicken is the top player on the team, but here comes the
There we go.
engage, and that's going to be a nice ultimate from Sona, and it will allow Vi to come in and help to secure another kill for
Yeah.
McDicken. But in the mid lane, it is going to be Ari getting taken down extremely low into the turret. There's the dive, and it's going to be enough. Ignite is ticking down, but doesn't quite pick up Fist myself. But myself just walks right into the
Yeah.
Fist of Vi.
Yeah, I feel like she should have known Vi was there since Vi had just getting the bot lane, and this is gonna enable a team to take the first dragon, which is a Cloud Drake, which a lot of people aren't like. I feel like I'm a bit more empathetic toward it than the majority of the community. But I do admit that being the first dragon is probably the best time you want to take Cloud Drake, so you
Mhm.
can roam on the map even better. This is going to allow Vi and Ari for a team to roam around and get picks even faster because they're going to be there even faster. Even say Hecarim or LeBlanc want to follow, they're going to be just slightly behind. And those few seconds, if done well, are going to mean a lot more.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can, again, I wanted to watch. I thought the mid lane was going to be the matchup to watch, but it looks like there's going to be just so much focus on
Attack
this
on
bot lane.
Titty just
McDicken is just giving them a McDicken right now because that is some
as
serious
an Olga.
punishment. The ultimate coming out, not
Oh.
quite securing the kill. Orpmai actually, because Orpmai took the brunt of that, was really the reason why it didn't have enough damage to take out Attack on Kitty as a little bit strange going on up in the
Yeah,
top
the
lane.
top
Not
lane.
that was a very strange ultimate coming out of Olaf.
Yeah, Volibear just has so much pressure that it pushes. What is this? Buttons are happening. It's pushing Olaf to just burn his ult when Volibear just walks at him or even looks at him. It's that much pressure, which I don't know. A 2-1 scoreline. I don't know if it's really that much. Oh, here we go. Spectator's messing up. We do have Vi up here in the top lane. Looks like she is planning. Nope, nope. I think she's just gonna do some counter jungler right now. Especially now that they know that Hecarim is doing the same to
Hmm.
their red side, to 18's red side jungle. But actually, Hecarim's rotating all the way down. Gonna run through Trifle. He's just gonna run through a Vision Ward,
Yeah, you can
which we
see the
should see. So
ping
they,
coming out. They know that
yeah.
he's there, but are they just too far forward? That's going to be a ton of damage going down onto Sona, using that ultimate to delay the engage. Meanwhile, up in the top lane, that is Volibear going deep under the turret with the help of Vi. They will
Is
get
he
the
gonna
kill, but
get?
the turret, is the Ignite going to do enough? It will
Nope.
not. Volibear is going to live. A great job by A team on both sides of the map, only losing one off of what should have been a great engage in the bottom lane. That was a beautiful ultimate coming out of Mikey Chan to stop that engagement and allow McDicken to get out alive.
Yeah, it was unfortunate. Hecarim had a really good ult to get right behind her right when she ulted. Sona, I mean. So I feel like it could have been a lot better. Ooh, about to get taken out.
Oh, the ultimate
Ooh, Alistair
not
good
quite on
nice
target.
disengage, but doesn't matter. There's no way for Sivir to run. And now the attack on Titty, even though ulted up, getting some nice damage resistant, there's still a lot of damage coming out of these people. He is able to get back to his tower in time though.
Yeah, that was actually a really smart play.
Mhm.
I thought the ult was actually thrown in a really bad spot initially by the Ezreal, but it ended up actually being really smart because it just got a little bit of extra damage the onto the Alistair while he knew he could secure the kill. Meanwhile, here in the mid lane, that's going to be Ari in a lot of trouble. Grandmom going on a rampage, and this is really turning into a tale of two diamonds.
Yeah, it's the McDicken versus Grandmon show, very much so. Where you see the 5-1 scoreline, all but one of the kills onto Frostfire is on this one Hecarim.
Yeah, so it's definitely gonna be, which one of these two is gonna be able to carry harder
Mhm.
is what it's looking like. But McDicken has a bit more help. Vi sitting at
Mhm.
202, Volibear at 301, and again having a 20 CS lead. He's gonna have a lot more help. Mikey Chan actually getting a lot of damage in this support fight, but it's less of a
And then
fight
a
and more of
sudden
just
Volibear
attack
out
on
of
Titty
nowhere.
running away and it's just not going to be able to escape that one. Grandmom thinking about coming in to join in over the wall, but just opting not to. Definitely the wiser decision there.
Yeah, and it looks like they're gonna leave the camp. Oh, okay, the camp actually does fall. I don't know if that was on purpose. I feel like they were trying to leave the camp to not respawn,
Uh,
which I don't necessarily agree with that decision. I like knowing when the camp's gonna respawn
mhm.
yourself, so you can counter jungle it again.
Yeah,
But
definitely
it's
agree with that one. It's ever since the timers were put in the client, I feel like a lot of it has shifted away from leaving the camps up.
yeah,
So we are going to be seeing a good push coming in from the top lane, but oldest question, backing out just
he's
as
backing way
Volibear
too
is
close
coming.
though. Oh,
He's going to be okay. Volibear wants to go and clear out those minions,
yeah.
so it's not
Ooh.
that bad. But Ari, once again, going to be getting caught a little by Grandmom, but not enough for a kill.
Yeah, ulted away just in time to dodge the chains coming up from the block. Do you see Orb might hear down? Ooh, double pick on the Grandma. He's ulting away, but once again, Vi's ult is already on him. He gets taken out. We do see myself trying to pick up a second and does pick up the Ahri for a trade kill. But we do see a 1v1 down here. McDickens is way too ahead though, as a lot more DPS coming out. And another death from myself getting taken out. Attack on Teddy is probably going to fall as well. Even
I don't know
though,
if they have
ooh,
enough with that ult ticking. Yep.
yeah, Sona was actually and that knockup gave him enough time to get back to his tower.
Yeah, so a lot of ults used across the board, but again, the advantages you have to say are still just slightly going in
Hmm.
favor of a
Well,
team.
not
Uh,
slightly. That was what, a 2-for-1 in the mid lane and then a 1-for-0 in the bot lane, both going on the side of A team. There is a 6 kill differential.
mhm. But it's
With
been the kill differential hasn't really gotten out of hand. Is
no, it's
what I
not,
was
but the
saying.
gold has a lot
Yeah, the
because
gold's definitely
that's
heavily in the
that's
favor.
enabling the farm to get out of hand. We just saw the first tower. Sorry, the second tower of the game dropped bottom lane. Both towers that have been dropped have been on A team. The first dragon tank has on 18. A team is also going to is also taking the Rift Herald right now. Ooh, is he gonna see? Is he gonna stop? Does it
It
stop?
does stop the recall,
But is
but
Magician to try and go in this? He
will it
does
be
miss
enough?
his
Here comes the
Essence
Hecarim as
Flux.
well. This could be very dangerous for
There
Mr.
we
Dickon.
go.
Oh my goodness, he just got deleted by Grandmom. But the Rift Herald did go down. I didn't see. I believe they gave it to. No, it's not on the Vi. Uh, was that Sona with it?
No, it's on the Volibear.
Okay, it is on Volibear. There it is. Yep. So that is Volibear with the Rift Herald buff, but now he's getting caught out a bit. He does have the support of Sona to help save him. But there's a nice charm by Ari, and now the fight is on. Volibear will get blown up, so that Rift Herald buff not going to be coming into effect. A nice catch by the red side, able to pick that one up, and now they're going to go ahead and even up the dragons as they get
We do see
themselves
Ari
their
here
own
gonna
Cloud
try and
Drake.
contest.
But,
Oh, not enough time. Actually, we get taken out. Yeah, okay, there she goes.
oh, but,
But then the Vi's coming in by herself, and everyone's super low, but there's enough CC to take her out.
That was way too aggressive coming out of Vi there. Definitely not the best of decisions to go in especially after Ari had already gotten herself out of the fight. Definitely don't agree with that decision, but wanted to try and make a heroic play. Knowing that you're on stream, sometimes you just get a little too over aggressive in those situations, trying to be a hero, trying to make a name for yourself.
Yeah. Anyway, so things have quieted down. As we saw, Dragon has been evened up. Myself can try and put a little more pressure on this mid lane, trying to even up towers, but it's going to it may just be able to take it if the wave comes, but I don't know if that's gonna. No, yeah, Ari's here to clear that out. Steamroller just pushing top with the Rift Herald buff. Just putting a lot of pressure on this one. We do have another gank from Grandmom coming mid, and the chains do finally hit Ari. Flashes away, but the chains still land. But the flash does allow them to get far enough under tower to escape that. We're going to stay back and farm easily. You have Volibear trying to take out this LeBlanc, but LeBlanc has enough dashes to get away from that guy. Again, especially with no flash, only having Ghost and having Run, there's no real gap closer.
Yeah,
Self actually posturing trying to can't take anyone else
here's
out.
the problem right now I have with A team. They had themselves a huge gold lead. They were up by about 7,000 gold. That's now been diminished to about 4,000 to 5,000.
Yes.
They're out, and it's not so much that Frostfire is coming back to the game. It's that A-Team is kind of letting them back in.
Yeah.
As they've been getting caught in bad situations, taking bad engages. Right now, they're diving underneath this turret. This is a
Ooh,
good
yeah,
fight
okay,
for
okay.
A-Team.
Right
They
when you
do
say
lose
that.
the Vi, but they pick up 2 kills of their own and
A
that
third
outer
tower.
turret in the mid lane. That was a nice engage.
You got the Wombo combo, you got the Vi jumping in, especially with the Sona ult, locking them all up in a straight line. Just so much damage coming from the True Shot Barrage as well from Ezreal along all 3 stun targets. And that's going to be a 4th tower for A-Team with none for Team Frostfire. And they're not done pushing. They want to see if they want to see if they can't get this 5th.
LeBlanc and Hecarim are still down. They get the flip onto attack on Titty, just trying to buy as much time as they can.
Oh!
But now here comes Frostfire. They take out the Sona, but a beautiful charm onto Orpmai. Orpmai could be falling here. He stays
Just
alive for
barely
now.
gets away.
Oh boy, this is just so close at the moment. It looks like they will be able to get
Oh,
out.
and
Volibear
Volibear
ticking
also
down.
saves.
Olaf trying to chase after him, but just doesn't have enough speed to secure that kill. So when everything was said and done, they only got 1 kill off of that, and they lost so much.
Yeah. Well, they lost so much even before they came back, and then, okay, yeah. Okay, Volibear does fall on the top lane, and it looks like Frostfire are going to get their first tower of the match. But, yeah, LeBlanc completely deleted by Ahri, which is interesting if you even look at the scores of the two. To be fair, Ahri obviously had the jump on LeBlanc. LeBlanc didn't know Ahri was there. But if you look at the four kill LeBlanc, 1 kill Ahri.
Even the 111 CS
Yeah.
to 86. Definitely the advantages seemed to be in LeBlanc's favor, but like I said, just being able that slight advantage that Ahri gets if she's able to land the charm without you realizing that she's laying in wait can be the difference. The other thing I want to point out with the item builds is the Olaf versus Volibear. I mean, Volibear was bullying Olaf extremely well early on, but Olaf has brought it back now. You know, we went for that Black Cleaver and just focusing on damage while Volibear's focusing on tank stats. So
Yeah.
Volibear isn't able to deal with the waves quite as well, and it's allowed Olaf back into this game.
Yeah. I think Volibear also has put a lot more emphasis on trying to gank other lanes, which gives Olaf the room to try and form up and try and come back, get a few more items to match up better with Volibear, match up better with the enemy team, because I think Olaf played the most behind right now. Oh, actually, wow, that's strange. Sivir decided to go for Phantom Dancer second item, which I find a little weird.
See, the big item that sticks out to me as being a bit strange is actually on this Vi. I'm just...
What? Yeah, that's how you build Triforce now.
Is it? When did
Yeah,
you make
they
that
took
change?
they took the zeal out.
I
There's
told
no-
you I haven't played Vi, so I haven't built a Triforce in a long
Yeah,
time.
they
I
took-
really didn't realize that was actually part of it now.
Yeah, that's.
Well, either way, there's a big fight going on. McDicken is doing some serious work on the back lines. Olaf is going to get up in his face. He flashes away and is able to secure the kill with the help of his team. That's 3 for 1 going over to A-Team. A great job on that fight, and they're going to get even more turrets off of this. At least 1. I would expect them to continue to push in and take this bottom inhibitor turret as well.
Yeah, LeBlanc may be able to clear him with Alistair coming up to give some backup from his CC. May be able to stop this, but no, it looks like they're just going to give it up.
Yeah, with everyone still being down, it's definitely, it would have been a difficult stall, especially Volibear just tanking up the turret so that they still had all the minions there as well. Really nice job by A-Team. So they have an open inhibitor now. Looks like they want to go for this dragon as it is about to respawn. We'll see which...
It's another Cloud Drake.
It is another
So
Cloud
wow, 3 Cloud Drakes in a row.
I thought there was wasn't there this whole thing about how that wasn't supposed to happen?
No, you don't get more. You don't get more than 3 of a single type in a game. But another team fight happening while Frostfire tries to contest this, but everyone's just falling. They do get Volibear, but they're about to lose their 3rd in their Sivir. So once again, that's a 3. Sorry, not Sivir. LeBlanc. Oh, that's a 4th. There we go. There's Sivir.
A
Ezreal
triple
jumping
kill
ahead.
for McDicken. 10, 2, and 4 now.
Woo!
Are they going to try and chase down onto this LeBlanc? I don't think they can. Myself
They
has
probably
gotten
can.
underneath the turret and will be able to recall. But look at this bot lane. They decide, instead of going for that dragon, They say, oh, you know what? It's just another Cloud Dragon. We really don't
Yeah,
care about it.
yeah.
Let's just go get an inhibitor instead. And they're pushing the mid lane at the same time. They're going to be able to take another inhib turret. Will they go for the inhibitor? I think they should, and it looks like they are going to
They
start
get a
working
little
on it.
damage, but respawns are about to happen, so they should probably try and run out unless they want another.
As McDicken actually took quite a bit of time to rotate over from the
Mhm,
bot lane.
that's true.
I think it was that hesitation. If he had moved over immediately, they likely would have been able to get that mid inhibitor as well. But they
Well,
decided to play it safe for now.
yeah, they likely would have gotten it, but then probably dropped a kill or two at the end, trying to run out with those respawns coming out when they did. So either way, the fact that they were able to back off is probably like the safest decision. They have a lead. You don't want to give it a result. They actually have over 10k lead right now, and it's 25 minutes into the game. They're absolutely stomping this. You don't want to give the enemy team any sort of chance to
Yeah,
come back
obviously
into
they don't
this.
know how much gold they're ahead by, but they can see they're up 23-15.
Mhm.
They have such a big advantage in terms of kills and the turrets, obviously, as well. Only losing one thus far
Yeah,
compared to the 7 and an inhibitor that they've managed to take down. So it's everything seems to be going in their favor right now.
yeah. We do see Sivir and Olaf. We even saw there that they're so behind. It took them that long. Took them quite a while to take out one super minion. But Hecarim's getting caught out. He's trying to ult over, but it doesn't matter. Arya's there, lying in wait. And now this is going to enable them to take Baron.
Yeah, they are going to be going right onto this Baron. With Hecarim out of the picture, I really just don't think that Frostfire are going to be able to try and contest this.
Even with Hecarim, it
I
would
mean,
have been hard.
With Hecarim, they could have at least tried to get that hero steal with the slug
Yeah.
coming through. But now
Yeah.
attack on Titty is going to be taking some
Oh,
huge
we just-
damage.
oh!
LeBlanc jumps in and just gets annihilated.
Immediate
Oh, that
charm.
was huge damage coming through. Now Olaf has to pop that Ragnarok to try and get away from the Sona ultimate. And will Orpmai be able to get them out? It doesn't look like it. Blue team is just chasing down so hard. Olaf is going to fall. That is 3 members that were taken down. Both LeBlanc and Hecarim have respawned, but another inhibitor is down, and Baron buff is active.
Yeah. This is looking pretty dire for Team Frostfire.
They are going to be losing another kill there. Hecarim going down. And look, the Baron buffed minions are pouring into the base. The Nexus turrets are the target. And there's some good damage being coming out, but it's just too little too late.
Yeah.
McDicken is dominating as he picks up 2 more kills. That's an ace going over to A-Team. And now they will take the second turret. They will take the Nexus. And A-Team are going to move on and play another game here in the GeForce Weekend Warriors Tournament at Evo Gaming New York.
Very nice game coming out from A-Team. We saw some smooth moves from Frostfire, but overall A-Team seemed to just be in the driver's seat. They won every single lane, or at least they didn't lose a single lane. Like you could argue that it was, tied mid,
Yeah.
but A-Team they were either neutral or ahead, and that enabled their neutral teams to go ahead.
Oh.
Oh, oh. Oh, okay.
So
We
we've
just got
been
news.
informed that the team names have been reversed
Yeah, we've been
the
talking.
entire time. So we have been.
We were wrong.
I mean, the players are
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
obviously,
the players
but
are
the
right.
team names were reversed.
Because they flipped sides.
Our production crew making a mistake on that one for us, but it is Frostfire
Frostfire
that picked up the
advances.
victory over A-Team.
Uh-huh.
So that was just a slight mistake there. Apologies to Frostfire. But congratulations to Frostfire as well, as they will be moving on and playing in the next game. But again, just there was a little bit of time early on where it kind of seemed up in the air, but once we got to like the 12-15 minute mark, it seemed like Frostfire, now that we know which team was which,
Yeah, Frostfire.
just sort of took over, and McDicken on that Ezreal, I think
Yeah.
definitely might be drawing some bans if the other teams were watching.
Yeah, the minute that Ezreal was just able to cleanly 1v1 the Sivir in the bot lane, that allowed Sona to just roam mid and use her ultimate to get picks. as you were saying, it's about getting picks, and that's exactly what they did. But like the thing, their picks weren't even one-man picks. They got three-man picks, as we saw that mid tower take happen, because they were just so ahead that they could take their team fights were picks.
Yeah, and
You're like just
so
because like how quickly they deleted people.
yeah, and so congratulations again to Frostfire. We're gonna go ahead and as we wait for the next game to get set up,
Hmm.
we will be taking a moment to get the teams organized, get everyone on the proper stations, and as soon as the lobby is up and we're ready to go, we will be back. So until then, stick around, don't go anywhere. You do not want to miss as obviously the later we go into this tournament, the better the game should be.
Hmm. Hmm.
So
This one
don't go
was this one
anywhere.
was already
We will
fun to
be
watch.
right back. All right, we are back for the
Woo!
second game of the GeForce Weekend Warriors League of Legends tournament here at Evo Gaming New York. This matchup is going to be Frostfire, who is the victorious team from
Frostfire
game
won.
number one,
Frostfire won.
taking on Team Flash. So again, single elimination,
Uh-huh.
best of ones. Everything is on the line. Both teams need to bring their A game at all times, and we are already into the draft as we can not quite see it. We'll get that sorted out momentarily, but that's there we
There
go.
we go.
Now we can
Hey.
see it. Yay! Everybody cheer. But
Okay.
we are going to be seeing a first ban Fiora coming out of Team Frostfire.
Which is interesting because that they didn't ban that originally. So and maybe unless they did scout out the players on Team Flash, maybe that maybe
Well,
it is. Oh,
that's
but there we go.
definitely
Hey,
a
there we go.
scouted ban
Yeah.
as they take Vi away from Vi. So he will have to play something different this time around. We'll see. I would expect an Ezreal ban to come
I
out from them
actually
as well.
I would prioritize the
Um,
Ezreal ban, but they have 3, so they can
Yep.
easily get
There
it.
will also be a Vladimir taken off the board
Mhm.
by Frostfire. They
Oh.
did ban Vladimir in game one as well, so definitely just a
And
pick they
that's
don't
just
want
like
to play against.
yeah.
Echo now going to be the ban from red side.
Yeah, the curious ban. Echo is not S tier anymore. You could argue he's not even A tier right now.
Hmm.
So it's a little and unless they scouted out players on Team Frostfire, interesting why they banned Echo. But okay, yeah, so they're ignoring the Swain ban and actually taking out Kindred themselves. So I think they probably had a little more discussion of how they want to play and who they don't want, what sort of champions they don't want to play against after playing this one game with each other.
Yeah, well, they also, I mean, they were so heavily burst focused,
Hmm.
and Kindred is just
Yeah,
so good against that.
exactly,
So that
exactly.
may be one of those bans that you just kind of ban away, not wanting it to play against it for your style. But Swain being the last ban, and once again,
Bam!
McDickin
Insta-lock.
instantly locking in that Ezreal. If Team Frostfire gets through this round, I have to assume Ezreal's going to get banned the rest of the way because
It would have to be.
I mean it's clearly his pick.
Hmm.
He has taken it instantly in both games now with no questions asked, no
Hmm.
hesitation. It's just been Ezreal immediately.
Hmm.
But obviously, again, Team Flash, they have that slight advantage. They may have been able to see some of. Actually, I'm not necessarily because there were. Actually, no, I don't think Team Flash played yet because it is the
No,
two
they had
groups of
not.
3. So they haven't played yet. So they got a chance to watch the
Hmm.
previous game. So they do get a slight advantage in that sense. And they take the Morgana Caitlyn, but it's that's going to be a Jax to deal with. And after seeing the way that Steamroller played that Volley Bear
Hmm.
up in the top lane, I have to expect his Jax to be just as good.
Yeah, if not better, because actually,
Yeah,
A
Jax
team
just is
A
better.
team banned Jax. Well, that too in the top lane especially, but A team also banned Jax last game, and so Volibear was probably like his secondary pick.
Hmm.
Jax, it looks like Jax is actually his
Oh, bad
preferred
weed
character.
hovering the
Woo!
Alawi though. I
Do
hope
it!
this comes
Do
out.
it!
Alawi is one of my favorite heroes. Take the
Do
Alawi,
it!
and he
Woo!
does. Yes, Alawi coming through for the side of Team Flash. I absolutely love Alawi.
Do it!
I'm so happy. It's already locked in.
No, the
Oh,
Teemo!
Teemo. Oh my god. I was too busy going on the Alawi. But he takes away the Teemo. All right, I hope Frostfire loses now just because they hovered the Teemo
Ooh,
and
and
didn't
now the
lock it in.
Zed out. Zed versus Ari. This is gonna
For
be
those of you wondering, yes,
interesting.
the teams are to our right.
Yeah, so we can
And so
yell at
when we
them and
yell loud
influence their
enough, they
draft.
can hear us. So during the draft, obviously during the game, it'll be on a 3-minute delay, so it really doesn't
Is
matter.
Riven gonna
But
play Riven?
oh, Shaco?
Is I main BB Riven gonna play Riven?
I don't think so. It's definitely looking like a Shaco or Shaco. How do you pronounce it?
I say Shaco,
Okay, good.
but with the skin, uh, what is the skin? The Christmas one or
I'm not sure. I'm not sure which one
nut?
you're referencing.
Is that wait? It's like
Oh,
nut
Nutcracker?
nut crack crake or there's something that's a play. There's something that's a pun with his name that makes me want to say it's supposed to be Shaco. But
I don't
Shaco
know.
is just so weird.
No, it's definitely Shaco, and it will be a Shaco from I main BB Riven. So we've already met Team Frostfire. We've already run through their lineup.
Hmm.
So let's go over on the side of Team Flash. It
Oh
is
yeah,
Chubby Flash
Chubby Flash.
being their captain on the Caitlyn. Opathy will be playing the Morgana. Bad Weed on the Alawi. Datung on the Ari. And I main BB Riven on the Shaco in the jungle. So Shaco versus Elise. Definitely not a jungle matchup I would have expected to see coming into today.
No. What I want to point out though is how neither team has a tank. Alawi is a little beefy. Elise oftentimes is built beefy later in the game just so it can be because
Hmm.
Elise falls off as far as power, so you usually want to build tank stats at least later so it can be like try to help a little bit outside of just your stun. Other than that though, neither team has really
I mean,
any
I
tanks.
would I would call Alawi a tank, especially in a team fight. When you get
Oh,
the healing from all those tentacles coming
but
down.
that's not okay. That's not tank. That's just being a body though. You don't actually have any CC. You don't really have any disengage on yourself. It's
True.
all about getting more damage out. So both these teams are very much gonna be. It's gonna be similar to the last game, where it's just both teams running at each other, trying to catch each other out. Especially when we have the Arya and the Shaco on the team Flash. We got the Jax, Zed, and Elise
Yeah, I'll be interested to
on
see if they
Flashfire,
do start going for split
Frostfire.
pushing.
Woo.
Obviously, Jax and Zed both extremely strong at split pushing. We could even
Hmm.
see a 1-3-1. Because in the first game, Team Frostfire, they really didn't group up until very, very late.
Yeah.
And so I would not be at all surprised to see them. I mean, even Ezreal can kind of split push a little bit as well. So they have a really strong 1-3-1
Yeah.
composition
Absolutely.
that they could very easily pull off, especially against the team
Hmm.
of Flash. I mean, Shaco, he can try and gank. Alawi has some wave clear.
Yeah.
Uh, but it's none of those champions are really great at a 1v1 situation.
Yeah. I mean, we do. There's a lot of wave clear, and Caitlyn could set up traps to form a line to keep the three team,
Hmm.
I guess the group of three from really pushing in. But again, that's not their job. The three group isn't supposed to push in. They're supposed to just not get pushed out themselves.
They're supposed to just
Ali-
keep them distracted essentially.
Elise's goal in this game should be gank for Zed, get him ahead. Gank for Jax, get him ahead, and then bot lane's just supposed to not die, and then that's
Yeah,
the game.
that
Yeah.
that
Just
should
allow
if they can do
Zed,
that, that's the game. Like
put Zed and Jax in the side lanes.
their win conditions are just so easy
Hmm.
with this composition that they've drafted. Whereas Team Flash, they're gonna have a much more difficult time. They need to force team
Yeah.
fights, but at the same time, they they need to get the enemy team to come to them. Alawi needs to have tentacles set up. Shaco wants to have boxes set up. They need to pull the enemy into them.
Hmm.
They can't go looking for fights, which I think is
So
going to cause a big problem.
okay, actually, I do feel like with Shaco and Ari, they're gonna have once the 1-3-1 gets set up,
Hmm.
you can
Assuming
easily
they do it.
yeah, assuming that they do it, of
That's
course. You can have Shaco and Ari try and come from the sides and take out either the Sona or the Ezreal, which will then open up. We're gonna assume the middle lane, but the
hmm.
non-split push lanes, from being pushed in by Team Flash. But with good warding from Frostfire, that's something that you could easily do.
Yeah, so we'll have to see. We are loading onto the
Hmm.
Rift now. Hopefully, we don't miss out on
Yeah,
the
yeah,
first
yeah.
7 minutes of the game again. That is the ideal situation.
Hmm.
But we will be hopefully getting onto the Rift in just a moment. And as soon as we are, we will be bringing you the action. Again, this is game number 2. We've already eliminated 2 teams here today. Started with 6. We are now down to 4.
Okay.
So it's fast and furious. You have to bring your A game because you only have one chance. If you drop a game, you're done. You're out. You no longer are in the tournament, competing for. Actually, I'll have to get confirmation from our production crew as to what the prizes are.
Oh,
Ah, oh, looks like we have.
Receiving confirmation right now.
Oh, we have RP cards.
All right.
$25 RP cards for each player of the winning team. Plus, again, we want to thank GeForce, Nvidia sponsoring the event. Oh,
Woo!
see, I mentioned swag earlier.
Also got
Can
some
we show some
shirts.
of this stuff?
Okay, yeah, this we can show
Show
off.
you guys some of this
A nice
GeForce water bottle. We've got. Ooh,
GeForce candle.
I'm pretty sure. I kind of want to take one of these home. Like, this is
A
awesome.
GeForce.
It
What
is,
is
that
this?
is a heavy duty
GeForce.
bottle opener. And the last thing we have here, I think, is it the last or is there? Nope, there's more. Oh my god, there's so much stuff. There's some T-shirts. It's really tough to see on the stream, but there is a design on it.
What is it?
It's I'm not
Oh,
sure.
it's the GeForce. See, you can actually see it on top of your screen now. It's the
Oh, okay,
GeForce like
yep.
green thing,
But
but
it's like
in
robotic.
yeah, it's like some
Let's see if we
robotic
can get.
cyberpunk.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, it shows
Yeah,
up pretty
like
well.
that.
Yep, that way.
But
So
it's like the three the
that's
curved
shirt.
things,
And
whatever.
then the final thing we have here is simply remove liner and stick to the back.
Oh,
Oh, it's a kickstand. It's like it can be a stand or a ring,
yeah, to like hold your
like to
phone on
hold
to
your
attach your
phone.
phone to your ring.
You can use the ring as a phone stand, secure your hand to the phone or tablet, extend your reach on large phone screens. You can see there's some instructions of how to use it right there, but it is obviously Nvidia GeForce branded. So that's some of the Nvidia GeForce swag we've got being given out, and on top of the $25 RP cards going to each of the players on the winning team.
All right, so there is one player who is taking a little bit to log in, but to connect, we do have confirmation that the connection is happening. No remake this time around.
Yeah, it sounds like they are in, which does mean that we should be in momentarily. Obviously, we're on that 3-minute delay.
Yeah, yeah.
So hopefully, within just a couple minutes, we will be getting underway to bring the action to your faces. Voidbringer allow. Yeah, why don't we go ahead and take a look at some of these skins. Unfortunately, I'm not sure if you guys can see them just yet, but there will be that Pulsefire Ezreal, Arcade Sona, Nemesis Jax, one of my favorite Jax skins actually. Victorious Elise and the
Pushing all the way.
SKT1Z on the blue side.
Yeah. Oh, then for the red side, we see the Lunar Wraith Caitlyn, Ghostbride Morgana, Voidbringer Alawi, Not Connected Ari, and the Royal Shaco. Oh, it's gonna be Pop Story! Woo! My favorite!
I do actually really like the Lunar Wraith Caitlyn. I feel like that's a skin that didn't get enough credit when it first came out. Like it was kind of overshadowed
Yeah,
by
yeah.
other skins that came out at the same time. But I really like the way it
They,
looks.
yeah, they didn't really advertise either of the Lunar Wraith,
No,
the
not
the
really.
Cass or the Caitlyn.
But yeah, so that's what we're gonna get to see. Ooh, our camera is super blurry. Hopefully that sorts itself out. Maybe we have
What,
to
I
do
think did
one
I
of
do that?
these.
Oh, there we go. It's back.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's a couple seconds
Yeah,
behind what we
yeah,
were
yeah.
just
So
looking
we're
at.
it got good before we even noticed it. I am gonna point out this is gonna be some hardcore analysis right now, but, and this is confirmed by the games that I've been in Upper Silver, where SKT1Zs don't perform that well.
See,
It's the
my
Shockblade.
expert
No.
analysis.
It's the Shockblade Zeds that you want to worry about. So the fact that this is an
In my
SKT1 Z skin,
experience,
yeah,
it's if the Zed is on my team, they don't perform very well. And if they're on the opposing team, then they carry the game. Same with Shaco though,
yeah,
or Shaco. So
yeah.
those two I think are gonna balance each other out, and they just bring things to a standstill
Yes, but
once again.
what's our team though? What team is going to be our team?
Well, I don't think it really matters
But is it?
because
Oh, here we
oh,
are in.
we only
Ooh.
missed 3 minutes this
Okay,
time.
that's better.
Not as bad.
But
And we haven't missed
woo!
first blood. But
Whoa, that's good.
McDicken right now,
Actually
he's
taking a
getting
little
pushed
low.
around. However, in the top lane, Alawi also being bullied a bit, as we are going to go ahead and get these summoners and get the champions reorganized here on
Oh,
the
yeah.
bottom. But right now, some good damage coming out from the early trades. But again, thankfully, no kills just yet.
Yeah. We do see a little bit. Well, actually, it just suddenly swung that way. Yeah. So in the early game, gold leads swing very widely. Oh, we have gank mid. Very weird flash from Ari, jumping straight in, gonna get stunned. I'm gonna take it up first blood from Zed. A good early gank from Vi on the Elise. We have another, not counter gank, but another opposing gank top. Riven trying to gank. Jax does get away. Knows
It's gonna
something's
get
up and
slow to
walks away.
get that
Good
curse
damage.
put on him though.
Yeah.
But again, the curse, once you get back underneath your turret,
Mhm.
you can pretty easily, just wait out for those 3 tentacles to spawn and take care of it. But he is going to be losing out on a bit of farm, while Alawi you're kind of forced to stay
Yeah.
away from the minions during that time. So that's one of the
Yeah.
reasons that Alawi
Ooh.
can be really punishing. But down in the
Ooh.
bot lane, that's a lot of damage going on to McDicken.
Ooh.
He is going to live, but
Yeah.
there's so much pressure being put on Chubby Flash. He is the captain for this team, so both team captains are in this AD carry role. As McDicken gets caught again. Will there be enough?
Flash!
He doesn't get the
Oh,
headshot,
the
but the
heal.
heal comes out and keeps him alive. Oh, great play from both bottom lanes.
Yeah. No, but this Morgana Caitlyn combo is actually doing a lot for McDicken, who, as we saw, kind of ran away with the game last game against A team. So it's, I don't know, it's kind of up in the air whether or not he's going to be able to put up the same performance with a start like this.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like he will be able to start,
No, for sure.
avoiding those.
Up,
snares,
but then the
but
Shaco
here
out of
comes
the
gang.
blue,
Shaco,
taken
that's
out.
an easy
Wow, I
kill.
even missed that. I was not paying attention to the minimap.
Yeah, that was just a really easy kill
Yeah.
for I Main BB Riven to pick up. Mr. Dickens was just so low that really all he had to do was walk out and throw a shiv at him, and that was it. So right now, looking into the top lane, looks like Jax is trying to engage onto Alawi, getting some good damage down, but here comes the tentacles. Nope, it gets taken out before it can really have any impact. So again, just continuing to trade, but Jax is starting to, it's always deceptive.
Yeah.
Looking at the farm, because those tentacles do count as a
Yeah,
CS
that's true.
number, but he hasn't killed 15 tentacles, so
Yeah.
he does have
Definitely
a pretty good
CS
lead.
yeah. Ooh, Zed being forced to flash away, but he does get out of it. Dagon does a little low half health. He's going to try and heal up with those pots that he's stacked up in his inventory.
I
You
think
see,
the
actually,
most impressive to me about Mr. Dickens right now, or McDicken,
Mr. Dickens.
is,
See, I thought you were just being polite.
I mean, I've been reading a lot of. I just completely forgot.
Oh, got a fight going on mid lane. Both teams ult and a kill for neither. All right, both players
The
just
ignites
disengage.
both ignites have been used. Actually, Zed didn't have his ignite in that fight. Ari used hers. Wasn't able to secure a kill. Now the gank, the cocoon does land onto Alawi, but she's too far underneath her turret. Will be able to survive. But going back to what I was saying about McDicken, the fact that he's been getting bullied and was killed even, yet he still has been keeping up in farm.
Yeah.
Actually has a now 3 CS lead.
Yeah.
Despite all of that. So a really good job by McDicken to keep his farm up despite how much harassment he's been taking.
Yeah. And I feel, personally, that's a sign of a good player. Not just, it's not like a great player. Not just a good player, but a great player is one who focuses on farm, takes kills when they can get it, of course. Ooh, got a nice
that's gonna
engage from
be-
Jax, dodging the, I don't remember what
Nice
it's called,
double
but the,
flash,
Oh.
answering the flash from Alawi to lock that stun with the counter-strike onto Alawi and able to secure a kill. Another dark binding land.
again.
And McDicken is just getting chunked.
Oh.
Doesn't quite have enough damage on Chubby Flash to pick up the kill, but McDicken really, he just
Gets hit again.
These dark
Oh,
bindings
yeah.
have been so on point from Apathy. These have been phenomenal, and that's against an Ezreal.
Yeah, I wouldn't have expected that to go through. They just snaked through the minions right there. These are some great snares coming out from Morgana.
Yeah, it has been really impressive to see, and if they can keep this up, this bot lane of Team Flash might be able to
trying
carry
to
it.
dodge
As
around,
another
just
one
coming
lands.
out. No,
There's some big damage, and the last headshot. The headshot with the increased range because of the 90 caliber net, able to secure the kill. This bot lane from Team Flash is just absolutely on point. Here comes Zed roaming his way on down for a gank. He will be able to get the kill with that death mark, but I mean,
Ignite. He actually didn't ult.
I think. Oh, he didn't? No,
No.
I thought he did.
Nah.
Oh, it was the ignite thing.
Yeah.
I just saw he walked away
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
got
yeah.
the kill, so I assumed it was the ult.
It's a fair assumption.
But yeah, that was it's still a 2-for-1 when all is said and done in favor of the bot lane of Team Flash.
Yeah. Not to say that the other lanes are losing terribly on Team Flash, but it definitely is the bot lane that's kind of keeping them up to par. That being said, they are still, what is that, 700k down, which isn't too much. It's a little questionable at 9 minutes in that it's a lot.
Well,
Ooh, bad move.
700, not 700K. That would
Did I say
you
700k?
said 700K down.
700G.
That would be
700 gold.
that would be one of the most lopsided games I think anyone has ever seen in the history
Pretty
of League
sure
of
that's
Legends.
impossible, and you should question the team when they have that much of a gold lead. Why haven't you won yet?
When you have even getting that much gold in
Yeah.
general, like I think the most I've ever seen is like 140,000.
Yeah, it'd probably be like a 3-hour, like a 4-hour game, and you're just farming, and you can't actually break the base.
Oh boy.
Everyone's been at max items forever. They keep selling.
Everyone's
and
just like
rebuying.
switched their builds.
What's
a
that
couple
thing?
times.
Yeah, what's that thing in Call of Duty where you prestige? They prestige
Right.
their item builds multiple times over.
Oh, nice job by this bot lane again. The Dark Binding does hit a spider this time as the pink ward gets taken out. Some vision battles happening in the bot lane. Take a look at this gold differential though. It's very even in the bot lane. The big difference is that top lane matchup. That's where really the only difference. It's about a 1k difference in team gold and about a 1k between the two top
but look
laners.
at this mid. Look at this mid lane matchup in gold wise. That's just shy of a K.
Yeah, and so
But yeah, I just wanted to pull that up just to show how important farm is.
But yeah, so they right now with this lead again, sitting at about 1,000. The ultimate
flash
is going to
coming up
come out,
Sona,
and that's going to be a big lockdown.
One and done.
That's that pick potential that you have with a Sona. Meanwhile, up in the top side, Jax is going to get his spirit stolen, but will they be able to get enough damage to it? They are going to pop the spirit, so he gets that big.
He stayed
slow
around
put
too
on
long.
him. And now here comes Ari trying to join the fight, but Ari's getting taken down immediately by the Zed. Flash is burning. Zed jumping around. He does pick up the kill onto Ari. Now he's going to walk through these tentacles, though. And it's actually Shaco picking up the kill.
Jax is still here. Why is Jax still here?
Be able to get out of this alive. He is in a bad situation, though. He's going to get his spirit stolen once again. That time he breaks the chain on it. So he will have to deal with that spirit on his own or with the help of Vi. As
Elise
somehow manages to Elise.
Oh, well, the player Vi.
Elise.
Woo!
Yeah, that's.
I thought you were talking about the champion.
I did the same thing earlier,
Yeah.
but you said Vi on the Elise. I was like, what? But that's gonna be a nice cocoon landing there, stunning up Shaco. But again, nothing coming from that. So a really hectic fight in that topside river. Not really amounting to much of anything though.
Yeah, surprised that Jax actually didn't fall.
I'm really surprised Jax managed to
He
stay
had
alive for all
some
that.
really curious positioning decisions. Part of which I think is just, still getting used to communication with your team. I think you thought like, oh, we're going to stay. Oh, wait, then we're going to leave. Oh, wait, no, we're going back in.
Could also be a little bit of overconfidence looking at the,
Maybe.
when he pulls up the scoreboard, he's going to see that he has almost a 50 CS lead
Yeah,
over his opponent. Like, that's a huge, but it's, again, it's kind of misleading. While he does have a good lead, you can see it now about a little over 1,000 gold lead.
Okay.
He's holding on to 1,000 gold, which means their items aren't that far apart.
Yeah.
He is going to be recalling now. So this is where he'll, or not. He's going to cancel it. I was going to say, as soon as Jax does get to base, he will pick up a pretty sizable advantage over Alawi in the lane once more. But right now, it's just a lot of trading, a lot of farming happening. And again, McDicken on this Ezreal has picked himself up a 30 CS lead despite 2 deaths.
Yeah, this is definitely a lot more balanced start than I feel last game was, particularly at the 13-minute mark. Because it wasn't until about like 9 to 10 minutes last game.
Yeah, this was about the time when Frostfire had started to take control in the
Ooh,
first game, but that's a big Sona ult.
Did not know Shaco was there, but then actually Shaco, and with the Morgana snare, able to burn down Ezreal, and then with the teleport coming from Malawi, able to take out Sona. So actually kind of a returned engage. He flashed, but then Zed's trying to answer back mid. It is going to take an out, just to walk away. Cool guys to look at explosion sort of thing. Y'all know what we're talking about. And here we go. This is the Drake that I like. This, even though Zed got the kill on Ari in the mid lane, the kills bottom lane are allowing Team Flash to take out Earth Drake, which I feel is the most powerful Drake. Particularly late game.
A lot of people consider Earth to be
I'm not original in that statement.
It's not like an unconventional thing oh, hip and edgy thinking. No, that is
considered by most people to be
the best Drake in the game universally. So it is going to be the Drake going over to red side as they pick that one up. Now it's maybe a little bit of miscommunication as to who's going to take that blue buff. It does end up going over to Shaco, but they are, again, tied on kills, still behind in gold, but it's very close. 1,000 gold is not a lead that is comfortable by any means.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, definitely. But Jax has an advantage in lane against the Alawi.
Zed has an advantage over Ari right now as well.
So the two people that we were expecting to go into split push mode later on
are getting ahead.
Yeah, are still definitely able to do that. Though we do have an Elise gonna come gank Ari again. I don't know if Ari does when she's there, but actually gets taken out. Doesn't even need Zed's help.
That was a really nice job by Elise, and kind of surprising too. I mean, Elise doesn't have the most damage in her items right now. Obviously going for that Glacial Shroud, but it's going to be another gank. Those cocoons
another one
are just as on point as the Dark Bindings have been from Morgana. And, it doesn't matter if you have the most damage in the game. If you're landing stuns after stun after stun, you can pick up kills pretty easily.
Yeah, we've seen some pro players who pick up Elise miss. Even actually, I remember tweeting about it. I don't remember what play it was.
Ooh, fine. I think that's the first Dark Binding that I've seen, like, straight up miss.
Oh.
There's been a couple that were just out of range, but that's the first one I think I've seen actually just be a miss.
I want to say there are one or two more.
There probably have been.
But yeah,
these
you're
Dark
right.
Bindings have been
they are
so
rare.
good.
They are definitely rare.
There's another one, of course, as we're talking about it.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, so Jax able to take the first tower of the game, top lane. He's probably going to keep the pressure even higher up on Alawi. Get that pushed in. Of course, Elise is wide away.
For Shaco.
Not even trying to get the last hit and just going to wait around. Getting those auto attacks, not even using abilities. She knows he's got it. Ooh, Magic almost walking straight into that.
And Elise is now starting to really pull ahead. This could spell bad news.
Yeah.
If both Zed and Jax continue building this lead that they've got already, and now Elise starts to get really far ahead, in their first matchup, we saw Frostfire using this Ezreal to kind of carry the game. A nice charm from Ari, but it's not going to be enough. We saw the Ezreal being their main carry, but he's not doing quite as well. I mean, obviously, still has a good farm lead.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm curious to see what the gold is. If he actually has more gold, he's actually 1,000 gold ahead of Caitlyn, despite the deaths.
Yeah.
So it's still looking very good for Frostfire right now.
That was a nice black shield coming from Morgana, basically saving Caitlyn's life. But it may not do enough right now because the flash is going to come in from Sona. Easy takeout. Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Again, this just seems to be the style of Frostfire. They kind of start off pretty slow. It's nice and steady. Things are really even with their opponents. But then all of a sudden, it's like they just flip into another gear and just start going ham into these fights. As we see some nice play from Ari, but it's not enough to keep her alive. Meanwhile, up top, it's Jax securing a kill onto Alawi, and things are starting to really roll out of control in favor of the side of Frostfire. They now have a 6 kill lead.
We saw it. I missed.
She just smited the Shaco box.
Yeah, hey, get some free gold.
Not wanting to get stunned up or feared.
Even for a couple of seconds, you got to keep up with that gold efficiency.
Yep.
Back when Medios was the best jungler, and it was because he would not waste time, and those few seconds, you got to totally efficient to use smite on a box.
We are going to be
only being slightly
again, this gold lead has just... I mean, we were just talking just moments ago about the fact that they were only 1,000 gold ahead. That has all of a sudden jumped up to 6,000 gold within the last couple minutes. And it's going to get even further as Jax is very likely going to finish his turret. I don't think he even really cares about Alawi. Shaco's going to come from behind him.
He's going to help, but that turret's definitely going to go down.
The turret is so close to dropping.
Oh, but he's just going to...
Oh, why didn't you just finish the turret? You're going to die anyway. Just finish the turret.
It looked like he felt he could take out Shaco, which he got pretty close. But then Ari was showing up anyway. So a little ambitious right there. Probably should have just stuck on the tower.
At the very least, he could just walk up. He doesn't even need to wait for minions at this point. He can just walk up and take that turret down. A nice Dark Binding does land onto Mikey Chan, but it's a 3-on-2, and just like that, McDicken and
There we
the
go.
Zed taking out a double kill, going to McDick and finally getting a kill on the scoreboard. And this is just going to be Frostfire really starting to roll over their opponents here in
Yeah.
Team Flash.
So another mark of a great player, for me at least, is not allowing. So when you lose lane, not allowing that to keep you down for the rest of the game.
Did
As
he
you saw
really
here.
lose lane though?
What?
Did he really lose lane though? I mean, he got
No, but he got
died a
killed.
couple
He got
times,
killed
but he
multiple
was
times, which you could
always
argue.
in there.
No, but that's true. But whenever they tried, he did farm very well. But whenever he tried to fight the Caitlyn and Morgana, things unless he had backup, the ganks would go kind of sort of wrong. I mean, the fights would, just because of the pick potential for the Morgana and the Caitlyn. A lot of times that would tilt players. Ooh, True Shot Barrage almost stealing away that blue, but Shaco smiting it instead. But he didn't allow that. He still knows his limits. Most like good players only know their limits when they're equal or ahead. It's very rare to see a team know their limits when they're behind and know exactly when they come in and they can take out a player who is ahead of them in kills or even just straight items and gold.
Yeah, and so there is going to be an Earth Dragon going over to the side of Frostfire, evening that up at 1 apiece. So pretty much any advantage that you may have said was in favor of Team Flash has disappeared at this point.
But look at this though. Jax put so much pressure on the top lane, the threat of taking that top lane out, that forced Team Flash to completely leave mid. They're back now. It's a team fight happening. You do get the Caitlyn taken out from the Zedo. Ori also taken out by McDicken. So very much kills all going over. Ooh, oh!
There is one kill answered, but meanwhile Jax is still shoving top lane. He
Oh,
already
is
got
he
that
gonna
turret.
get out?
Oh, McDicken will fall.
Oh,
And then Sona picking up the answer kill. But again, while all this is going on, while this fight is still happening, as Vi gets a kill onto Morgana, will be taken out by Alawi. But Alawi is the last member alive. I'm actually kind of surprised that Jax didn't decide to try and keep pushing.
Yeah.
Instead, he is just going to clear out this jungle. But that was a 4 for 3 in favor of Frostfire. They also got a turret out of it. Will Mikey Chan be able to get out of this one? He is being hunted, but here comes Jax. And that is going to cue Alawi to
Oh, Jax got to run though. Caitlyn's also here. Caitlyn's back. Okay, so it looks like Jax is going to get out. So, very hectic fight happening in the mid lane.
Yeah, but again, while all that was happening, that was a 4 for 3
on
without
the 4v5.
Jax being
Yeah,
involved.
that was a 4v5.
So they still won the fight, even being down 8. And Jax it's not like he's, some minor factor in a fight. Like, Jax can do massive damage in a team fight.
Yeah.
So they were missing that and still won the fight. Frostfire, I just don't know if Team Flash can deal with them.
To be fair, Team Flash did save their tower. What I was saying before this fight. What?
One of them.
One
Jax
of them,
took
yeah.
the other one up top.
But the top tower was pretty much gone anyway. Ooh, we got a something on at least. See if we can get taken out. Got the Ori and the Stair. Yeah. CC chain.
That's the power of the Morgana Ahri and Caitlyn even as well. That's 3 hard CCs that can just be stacked on top of each other. If one of them hits, all 3 are going to hit.
Yeah. Pretty much. That's how it rolls. But I was saying though, the Jax split push was so much pressure that it removed everyone on Team Flash from the mid lane. They did get back in time to save the tower, so even though they were the team fight, they lost one more person in the enemy team. You could argue that it was even because they were able to save their tower. Because the top tower was going away.
Yeah, top tower was pretty much down. Even now, Alawi could be in some trouble. Jax is looking to hunt her down, but actually opts not to. Not knowing where the entirety of the enemy team is.
Yeah, the Shaco particularly.
Woo!
Sona playing with fire here.
Wow, dodging everything just to clear out that ward, only to have it immediately be replaced.
If any of those landed, it would have been deleted.
It would have been a dead Sona.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no way around it. But a great job by Mikey Chan to avoid everything. Got the ward again. It was immediately replaced, but it's the mental victory in that aspect.
Yeah.
So we'll see what they decide to do next. Looking at this gold lead, it's now up at almost 10,000 gold. Look at the individuals.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a huge lead that has now been built up by McDicken on this Ezreal. 3,000 gold over the Caitlyn, despite the fact that Caitlyn looked so strong early on. We are gonna right now. It's a bit of a fight
Oh.
happening, both mid and top having some skirmish, but Jax is just gonna be getting away from Alawi after pushing her in. So maybe Alawi getting away from Jax would be the better way to word it. But
Yeah.
this mid turret is going to
Yeah.
finally fall as the map is now really opened up.
Yeah, even though Zed didn't quite get the kill on Ari, it did force the back, which put the numbers advantage onto Team Frostfire, allowing them to finally get that mid turret. They now have all the outer turrets, which, as you said, opens up the map significantly for them. Wow, Team Flash doesn't have a single turret. But you see Jax. Ooh, I actually thought he was gonna go a little more of a dive. He got some good damage on Alawi with the finished Triforce.
Yeah, I'm really surprised that they haven't moved into this 1-3-1 that we were talking about yet.
Yeah.
They again, Zed and Jax are
Mhm.
both so far ahead. They could easily start doing it. You have the harassing poke from Ezreal. I think they may just be worried about the pick potential of, again, one of those dark bindings
Shaco
landing,
Ari.
going into
Yeah.
that big combo. But I feel like a 1-3-1 would just suit them so well as Jax
They
just
know
going
exactly which
aggressive.
one it
That's going
is.
to get the stun and the kill onto the Shaco. That's only his third kill, but Jax has so much farm under his belt as the Shaco clone following him for a bit. He doesn't even care about these tentacles. He's just fighting
Yeah.
Alawi on them. Alawi dropping that ultimate, getting that extra health.
Oh!
And that's gonna be a lot of damage that Jax is eating from those tentacles. And Alawi may be able to turn this one down. She's gonna keep chasing and gets the kill. However, meanwhile, that's only 3 members left to defend this mid lane. And
Yeah.
Frostfire are going to get another turret picked up.
Yeah, that was. I mean, we did see the Alawi fat finger for grab right there, pulling a complete, not opposite direction, but close enough to, like, wrong direction from Jax, but ends up winning in the end. I think Jax got a little overconfident being able to 1v1, even though already kind of
in
like
fact,
taken down
it was the
low.
fact that he fought inside of her,
Yeah.
ultimate tentacles that came out.
Yeah.
That was definitely his downfall, as the third Earth Dragon is going to be taken here. It's the second one for Frostfire, the third of the game, and now the next one will be going over to that Cloud. But another 3 of the same dragon in a row.
What is this?
It's back-to-back games. Maybe that was. I wonder if that was something that was changed that I just overlooked in the patch notes. It definitely could be.
I don't remember. I know there's a lot of discussion in like pro games, the RNG factor of different drakes, different dragons going helping team compositions more than others.
Yep.
And so you kind of have to like, oh, let's hope we get like Ocean Drake for our kiting and like 1-3-1 team comp, or let's hope we get these for our siege team comp.
Or let's hope we don't get Cloud Drake because
Yeah.
we just hate Cloud Drake.
Okay, I think Cloud Drake. Okay, Cloud Drake gets a really bad rap. I think it's definitely not as universal as all the other dragons, but it definitely has its place in certain team comp and certain strategies that teams could employ. It definitely has its place. It's just not as it's not like quite as plug and play as all the other ones. And it's also not as visceral.
Yeah, definitely. But I mean, it's just kind of almost become a meme at this point to just make fun of the Cloud Dragon being so weak.
I just
but
feel so bad for him.
Again,
he's doing his best.
He's trying. But again, this just looks to be.
Has Jax ever left the top lane? I don't think. I think. Okay,
he
so
rotated down like into the river area like once. I think.
Yeah,
that's about it.
Went and took red. I don't even know if he went farther into the jungle than
I don't
red.
think he's actually been beyond. If he has been into the mid lane, he definitely hasn't been beyond the mid lane. So definitely a little bit.
Top laner knows his place.
Yeah, which. This is the one concern I have about Frostfire. This is the second game now in a row where they've gotten this huge lead and then just seem to kind of stall out a bit and not really know how they want to try and end the game. I feel like the lead that they had, this game should have been over at least 5 minutes ago at this point.
I mean, that's if you're comparing to top teams who have all played against each other and have strategies employed throughout the entire game. It's a little unfair. It's only 30 minutes into the game, and they have a significant lead. And even though they're not winning the game as we speak, they are definitely taking steps. They're not sitting back and allowing the other team to come back. Their gold lead is staying the same, if not going larger. Whew, some good damage going on that Ari.
Dr.
But
Doom
they are
having
going and taking towers. They took the second mid tower. They put a little. They're not really putting too much pressure on bot. I think they just want to focus on two different lanes. But they're just keeping pressure up. Okay, I do feel like they should go for the second tier though.
Yeah, they are going to be pushing in onto the mid lane, just getting some poke onto the turret, though, not really going aggressively for it. Here comes, I mean, BB Riven, that's just a clone, and it gets popped so quickly. Meanwhile, Jax, their attention is being pulled between two lanes. This is where that 1-3-1
Ooh, there we go,
comes to play,
Morgana
but Jax
binding.
gets caught underneath the Alawi. Now they're going to continue this chase, gets stunned up with the shackles, and is going to be taken down.
Yeah.
And this is where that 1-3-1, they needed to push, like, as soon as they saw that many players top, they needed to shove that mid lane really hard. And now McDicken is going to get caught as well. Another pick coming out from Team Flash. And, oh, there's going to be a lot of damage onto Shaco. But it's not enough. And a third kill going over to Team Flash. They could really use this. If they can get a solid pushdown, they can get a couple of turrets.
Yeah. The timing of the 1-3-1, because we did see right before that happened, Zed did go bot lane. So the timing of the 1-3-1 was a little off. They had everything just staggered so much. Like, Zed wasn't pushed up enough to pull pressure from the top lane. Neither was mid. And so that gave Team Flash the ability
Zed started
to go
rotating
just
down,
all go top.
Sort of as Jax was kind of pushing it onto the turret. But so this will be at least one turret. Looks like it will be only one turret, though.
Are they gonna cancel the? Is it? Are they gonna save the tower?
Teleport comes through. The turret doesn't even go down. Jax doesn't get a stun, but they still find the kill on the Caitlyn. That's going to be another one. Alawi actually picks up Zed, but the double kill for Jax, and now Shaco cleaning up a kill onto the Elise. It is just everyone fighting all over the place. A nice fear coming out, but look at how much damage Jax has. I don't think that Shaco's going to be able to survive that. Here comes McDicken joining the fight and picking up another kill. And there's going to be the stun on the final member of Team Flash. And it is an ace being secured 5 for 2 in favor of Frostfire.
Yeah. So I think Team Flash got a little bit ahead of themselves when they were trying to take down that tower after they got all those kills.
I don't think they went hard enough on that turret. If they had gone, there was only 2 of them even attacking it, while there were 3 members around the turret. And I think if all 3 of them just go in, try and take that turret down as quickly as they can, that teleport doesn't end up finishing, Jax doesn't get in the fight, and they're able to back away.
Yeah, but even then, that would have been super risky. I feel like they're like, oh, we got a kill. We're ahead right now. But you're not.
It would have been super risky, but it wouldn't have been any riskier than giving up an ace that they ended up doing. Yeah. And now Baron.
No, but I'm saying I feel like they should have just tried to reset the waves.
Definitely could have. I personally would have just gone for the turret, made sure you get it. There is going to be a slight contest at Baron, but nowhere near enough. And it will be the buff going on to Frostfire. This is very reminiscent of their first game where they got this Baron buff and were able to just push in for a win. They didn't get any kills immediately after Baron like they did against A-Team, but everything is still in their favor. This gold lead is still massive in their advantage, and honestly, I feel like they should just group up and just push into a base. They can look for a fight. They're strong enough that they will win any fight that they go for, as long as they don't get picked off one person being out of position. If that Dark Binding had landed onto Elise, that would have been the exact situation I was talking about.
Would have been trouble. Thankfully, Vi does dodge that.
This Cloud Dragon is up. I'm a little surprised that both teams are kind of posturing up on this dragon, because it is just the Cloud Dragon again. And like I said, Frostfire, they have the ability. They could just go for a team fight and try and win off of it. But instead, they want the dragon. They do pick it up. It's their 3rd dragon of the game. But now the super minions pushing into the base of Team Flash is going to force them to have to recall to deal with those waves. And it looks like they just want to shove in this bottom lane, take this last tier 2 turret. And we'll see. Again, I don't know. I just feel like they would be much better off just looking for a fight. Now we finally have one. Jax jumping in onto Ari, and with the help of Elise, she is just deleted. Alawi doing what she can, but it's nowhere near enough. A double kill for Mick Dicken, and that should be the game with 3 kills
Yeah,
picked up
at this
this
point.
late. Baron buff still active for just a little bit longer. I think it actually is about to wear off. But that was, oh no, they actually
No,
still
it's
have
not.
quite
What
a
are you
bit of
talking
time
about?
on it. But this is gonna be, it really should be the game.
Yeah, honestly. Shaco does take out Zed.
Oh,
Fans back a little bit, but so much damage is coming out from the Ezreal and the Jax. Gets dropped.
yeah, another Dark Binding does land, but McDicken was not underneath the turret. The first Nexus turret is down. The second one is falling. They pick up the ace
Another
once
ace tier
again,
victory.
and that is going to be the Nexus falling in favor of Frostfire. They are 2-0, and they are going on into the finals to play against, I'm not sure who their opponent is going to be yet. We haven't been able to watch that side of the bracket,
Yeah,
but they are
unfortunately.
going to be playing. Their next game will be to determine our champion of the GeForce Weekend Warriors here at Evo Gaming New York. And again, winning team, $25 worth of RP for each member for a free tournament. Remember, they did not have to pay a dime to get here, and it will be either Team Dinosaur or
Or
my personal pick that I want to win this just because they have the most creative team name,
best name.
LeBron's James. An absolutely phenomenal name. They are playing right now
Yeah.
over on the other side. So they're in their game. I'd assume they're getting close to being done because obviously games have been running simultaneously.
Yeah, see if we can get
But
some scouting
yeah, we'll
information
see
out
if
on
we can
that.
get some word on how that game is going. Um, if let's see, they're going and getting that information now, I think. But we'll update you as soon as we have
Yeah.
it.
That
Uh,
game though was
I want to take another look at
mhm.
these item builds that
Yeah.
have come out uh, from mostly the ones on the side of Frostfire.
Mhm.
They did a pretty solid job. The Jax going for that Trinity Force, and then just kind of getting a little bit of damage with the sorry. All right, Team Dinosaur is currently up 10-8. How far into the game are they? Do you know? Do we have? I wonder if we. I don't think we have anyone from either of those teams added. Okay, so
Okay.
it's still pretty early on in that game. So once again, congratulations to Frostfire moving on to the finals. We are going to go ahead and take a short break while that game the other semifinal finishes up. And again, when we come back, we will have the finals of the GeForce Weekend Warriors here at Evo Gaming in Queens, New York. Make sure when you have some free time, head on down here, check it out.
Yeah.
It is evogamingnyc.com. We've got the business card right there if you need spellings or anything. Angling is difficult when you're going off of a mirrored image. But that's Evo Gaming New York. They're the host of this event. That's where we are live right now. Actually, I want to, before we go to break, I'm going to give you guys, if we can, a little bit of like a look around at the venue. So we're gonna
Oh, take the camera.
give you a little bit of a ride here.
You see exactly what we're dealing
And
with right now.
there you can't really we have to go a little higher. See some of
Ah.
the gaming stations set up there. There's what like 20 something computers over here. Everyone's just kind of hanging out, watching the other semifinal match that's going on right now, and everyone's having a great time. It's a really awesome venue. The space here is pretty sweet, but definitely if I lived in the area,
Yeah.
if I didn't live, 3 hours away, I would
Yeah.
totally be here like a lot, hanging out, playing, winning prizes. Like they have, you can earn credit towards buying like prizes and
Yeah.
swag and stuff
Yeah.
just by playing games.
Mhm.
Like you don't even have to win. You can just play games and you get credit. Really awesome system they have here. So make sure you head on down if you're anywhere in the New York area. But until this next game finishes, we're gonna go ahead, take a short break. Stick around. Don't go anywhere. All right, welcome back. We are finally back. We had no technical difficulties. We were just doing some giveaways,
Yeah.
giving away all that Nvidia swag, plus an extra one that we didn't get to show you guys earlier. But it was water bottles, keychains, screen cleaners, bottle openers, T-shirts,
Yeah.
all sorts of awesome Nvidia GeForce swag. So again, huge thank you to Nvidia for
Where's the?
sponsoring this event
Mhm.
from the Evo Gaming Center in New York, Queens, New York, is where we are. These guys are putting on this awesome event for
Yeah.
everyone. And so, huge shout out to everyone behind the scenes making this all possible. And we are getting set up for our grand finals.
Grand final.
The winner of the finals here, the winner of this match, every single player on
Mhm.
their team will be walking away with $25 RP cards in their pocket, in addition to all of the swag they got. I mean, this was a 30-player tournament,
Yeah.
and there was more than 30 items to give
Yeah.
away. So some people even got 2 swag items, and now they have a chance to get $25 worth of RP on top of that.
Yeah. You know how much? You know how many skins I can buy? I can buy a lot of skins.
Definitely can.
Actually, wait. How many skins can I buy? I don't know. I
I
don't
don't
know the
know. I'd have
transaction
to.
rate of dollar to RP.
I don't know. It's a good amount though. I know that.
Yeah.
I mean, it can get you.
At least two.
I can get you like 2 not
No, I can get you one. Like.
no, legendary skins are 10. The ultimate skins
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Give me
are
one
the ones
ultimate.
that are. You can get you like an ultimate skin. You can get 2 legendaries.
Huh.
You can get like 5 of the cheap skins. Like that's a lot of RP. You can
Yeah.
gift a whole bunch of skins with that
I don't know why we would
if
do
you're in the
that.
giving mood.
Why would
But
anyone do that?
I mean, if you just let it sit on your account and then be like, "Yo, happy birthday! Here's a skin for you."
That's true. You don't have to spend
I mean,
any actual
makes you
money
seem
on.
like
Yeah.
such an awesome person, even though you're just like, "Yo, I'm just good at League, and that's how I got it."
Yeah. I just play this game too much.
So we are again, players are getting on in. Once again, for those of you who are just tuning in, it is Team Frostfire going to be on the blue side, taking on LeBron's James on the red. Arguably the best team name here at the
Arguably
tournament.
the best team name ever.
It very well
Really.
could be,
I can't
but
think of one that I
just to
like
give
more.
anyone who's just tuning in
Hmm.
a rundown of what this event was, it was 30 players, first come, first serve, signed up, showed up at the LAN center here, and were then drafted onto teams. The 6 highest ranking players were designated as the team captains,
Hmm.
and they then drafted their teams off out of the pool of players that were remaining, and that's how the teams were put together. There
Yeah.
was no pre-registered or pre-organized
Nope.
teams. Everyone is completely random. These guys have not played with each other. Maybe there was like a couple of guys who had already played
Yeah.
together, but
Like team
a lot of
captain
these
grabbed their
players
friend.
just met for the first
Hmm.
time today and are now playing on a team with a chance to win $25 worth of RP. So it's been a lot of fun. It's been some really fun games to watch.
Yeah.
Some really crazy, hectic team fights coming out across the board. But we are now getting set, going into the draft for this game. That's the other thing. Every single matchup thus far has been best of ones. It is a single elimination, one
Yeah.
game. You lose and you're out. So that's everyone has been bringing their best for every match, but we are into the draft, and we'll see what this first ban is going to be. It is McDicken once again banning for the blue side for Frostfire. This is the team that we've been following all throughout the tournament, and it's an Azir going to be banned
Okay.
away.
That's curious because we didn't see them touching on Azir at all when they were banning with their previous matches.
Oh, again, maybe they just
Yeah,
scouted out their
I want to
opponent.
say this was scouted. They actually Frostfire does actually have an advantage from being able to watch the end
Mhm.
of the match that LeBron's James won. So maybe they saw the Azir and maybe
And
the
the
Twisted
Twisted
Fate
Fate.
is doing
But
really well.
definitely some
Okay.
homework being
Yep.
done on the
Yep.
side of
Exactly.
LeBron's James,
Get that Ezreal
banning away
ban
the
out. You
Ezreal
want that
and
ban.
Jax off the table because McDicken has played Ezreal in every game up to this
Yeah.
point, and Steamroller definitely did some steamrolling on
Yeah.
that Jax in the last game against an Alawi.
Are they gonna ban the Vi though? That's the question.
Yeah, I mean, we've already seen Vi pick that up for himself
Hmm.
on the side of Frostfire. So definitely a pick you have to watch out for, but it will be that Swain once again being taken off.
Hmm.
We have seen Swain banned in every game that we've seen thus far.
Yeah. which is
No,
oh,
it's going to be
there
the
we go,
Sona.
another
Another one
yeah.
that, again, has been played in every game thus far by Frostfire. So this will be interesting to see what they just do to adapt. I mean, their entire bot lane, they've
Mhm.
had that same bot lane in both games, I
Yeah,
believe. And so now they have to do something completely
yeah,
different down
which
there.
could actually be a lot more impactful in this game, considering that McDicken and I believe it was Mikey Chan,
Yeah,
who was
Mikey
the
Chan has
support,
been the
they
support.
never played together with each other. So the fact that they were able to find such good synergy with these two champions, but now both of them are completely different champions, they have to relearn that synergy in the final match of this tournament.
Ooh.
We do see the Tristana come out for McDicken,
I'm more
but
interested in that Amumu
exactly.
pickup. Amumu coming out here in the grand finals. And if another Morgana, this could be a good pick against McDicken. We saw on that
Hmm.
Ezreal, he was getting hit by binding after binding.
Ooh.
Yeah, now it's going to be a question of, is it McDicken having a trouble getting away from the dark bindings, or was it just
Yeah.
really good dark bindings coming out
I
in the
want I
last
want to
game?
say it was really good Dark Bindings,
Maybe it was a combination of
but who
both, but
knows?
they were
Maybe
definitely
yeah,
very
maybe
good
the
bindings. But
support,
we'll see
whomever
if
it is.
Kudamano is able to land just as many. And now Steamroll, he's going to be going
Going back
back
on
to
the
this
Volibear, yeah.
Volibear, much to your chagrin, as
It worked. It worked
it
when they
worked.
played it.
Yeah, it seems like Jack's Volibear. Those are his two
Yeah.
picks.
So I'm not going to talk too much about why I disagree with the Volibear pick. We also don't see the full team comp, so honestly, with this bot lane, Volibear could work. I don't like Volibear on the top lane, just period in general. But considering that this looks to be Steamroller's second favorite champion, you know what? Like, unless you're a pro player, play what you're best at.
Yep.
You don't want to pick stuff just based off power level.
Yeah, exactly. It's one of the keys to winning a matchup
Yeah.
or a tournament like this is when you have people who aren't, synergizing together. Haven't not that they're not synergizing together, but that you haven't had time to build up a
Okay.
synergy or familiarity with.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
this
okay.
is one.
That
Yeah,
makes it
you
more comfortable.
definitely
I
want to
was
talk
actually
about this.
really gonna get really wigged out if the Syndra got locked in because Volibear can just run up and like Syndra's done. But with the the not Vladimir. Woo! That's the name.
Vladimir's another one that has been banned away
Mhm.
in each of our previous games.
Yeah.
So finally going to be getting his way onto the Rift. We'll see what they decide to do against it. I feel
Ooh.
like the Vladimir's going to be really strong against that Volibear in the top lane.
Um. Yeah, we actually did the Kazakhs hovered by Vi, which is curious because where is this? There we go. Which is curious considering that both of the champions that Vi played were unbanned, but decided to go with the Kazakhs anyway. I guess to try and counter the Amumu. This looks to be a Kennen mid as well. Interesting pick. We don't see Kennen too much outside of top lane, but even then, you don't see him that often.
Yeah, Kennen is a pick that it's definitely a pocket pick of
Mhm.
sorts,
Mhm.
and I'm actually not too upset about it. This is a team that they're going to be looking to be grouped.
Mhm.
They want, even though they have drastic range differences
Yeah.
between Amumu, Trundle, Vladimir, and Caitlyn
Mhm.
especially. Like, they want to try and look for team fights, and Kennen does so well in that
Yeah.
situation, especially with a teleport. If he can find himself a good flank to get in onto the backside and then dive in, throw in that slicing
Yeah.
maelstrom, it can do some serious work.
Yeah. And I actually, so I have the problems that I mentioned earlier about having no tanks. It's still kind of there for Team Frostfire, but it's not too detrimental this time around, considering Kennen just goes into the entirety of the enemy team and stuns everyone up. It'll keep the enemy team's frontliners from getting to the backline. Plus, I think Nami is better at peeling than Sona is. Sona has her ult, but other than that, she can't do anything. Nami has her bubble.
Hmm.
Also has her ultimate as well, and so I think it does a little
Yeah, the
bit better.
wave.
Yeah, a little bit better peeling.
Now,
However, that is Trundle can stick on you, a Mumu can stick on you, Morgana can stick on you. So that's going to be a lot of peeling that Nami is going to have to do. Tristana's going to have to worry about positioning. I think McDickin's going to have to worry about positioning
I think
even more than he has so far.
I feel like the most questionable thing for me is gonna end up being that the Kazakhs, because Kazakhs is just really focused on trying to isolate targets and finding
Yeah.
targets out on their own.
Hmm.
And I don't think anyone from LeBron James, with the exception of maybe Trundle, is going to be out on their own too frequently
Yeah.
for that to happen. And Kazakh isn't going to be able to jump in and delete the Trundle. Like, that's just, it's not going to happen.
Yeah. Kazakh's.
So it's a very strange pick in this composition, but it is sort of the style that Frostfire has run before in
Hmm.
going for a lot of poke and pick
Yeah,
damage
we saw the
while
Least
still
doing it.
looking for team fights at the same time.
Yeah.
It's been really interesting watching them play, but they've made it work. I mean, they're in the finals,
Yeah,
so
no,
I don't want to doubt them too much. But
I wish I could say a little more about LeBron's James, but we didn't watch any of their games, so there's nothing to say about that. But we talked about this earlier during the game, but you did, for Team Frostfire, how there was a point that they just unlocked
mhm.
and just everything went their way. And I think it happened in both games. It happened both ways, team fights and picks. I think this team just know they just intuitively are all on the same page with each other, and they know when to take advantage of an opening, whether it's a single kill or a whole team fight. So having Kha'Zix work on both of them, I think is very, very like I think he can do a lot with it.
Yeah, definitely can be something that if they run it properly can work to great effect.
Hmm.
But it's going to be tough. It's
Yeah.
not going to be an easy composition to run whatsoever.
Hmm.
I do like the composition coming out of LeBron James a little bit better,
Yeah.
just because their win condition, their
Hmm.
goal in as the game goes later and later is very clear. They want to group, they want to
Yeah.
fight.
Want to get that team
That's
fight.
that's period end of story. You're gonna have Trundle able to bite down on that Volibear and take away a
Hmm.
lot of his tanky stats, and so it's it's going to be a tough matchup, I feel. And
Yeah.
again, this is what we expect in the finals. This is
Yeah.
what we want. We want to
Yeah.
see a really close game. We want to see these teams duking it out to try and get that grand prize. And I don't think there's no doubt in my mind that this should be a very close game.
Yeah.
As soon as we get loaded onto the Rift, we will be jumping on in, as, taking care of some
Oh yeah.
official duties. Again, we are at the Evo Gaming Land Center, so we're right behind the counter,
Yeah.
right when you walk in. So we've got some transactions taking place right next to and in front of us. But it's again, once we get loaded
Hmm.
in, hopefully we don't miss too much. We've missed a couple minutes
Yeah.
each time
First game it was
on the
6 or 7 minutes. The
this one
second game
was
was three and a
3.
half.
Hopefully that trend keeps up and we only miss like a minute and a half this
Yeah.
time, if anything.
And not miss
Uh,
first blood. That's the thing.
yeah, as long as we don't miss first blood, I'm happy. But it's always the more of the game we can see, the better.
Hmm. Not just for us, but also for you guys, our fellow dear viewers. Oh.
And so, again, just trying to get ourselves loaded in as quickly as we can.
Ooh.
Let's see if we can get word of them being in game. They are in fact in game,
All right.
so we should hopefully be able to load in
Hopefully.
within the next
We'll wait.
couple of minutes. But we are still waiting. This client, I'm
Yeah.
hopefully with the new
Yeah.
client.
When are they gonna update this stuff? Come
I,
on.
I I know like they've been talking about it for so long,
Hmm.
and hopefully it comes out soon, because it's rather frustrating to not have not be able to
Oh
load
boy.
in properly on spectate.
Oh boy. Oh. Well.
Oh, you
They're in
guys can't
game.
see the problems we're having,
Yeah.
but you can tell by the
What
fact
problems? What problems?
that
Nothing's
we're
happening.
not like leaning back and just watching the game. That we're taking care of some issues. We are trying to reconnect. Again, hopefully we don't miss too much. But it's loading once more.
Yeah. So hopefully things in. Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully not gonna miss too much on. Like, how far into the game are they? How many minutes? Do we know? 4 minutes. Okay, so we may miss like the first 2 minutes of this, but oh, we missed
Uh,
first blood. Oh,
unless that kill just happened and we load in like right now.
and that's like how it just happened.
But it's not looking good on our end, unfortunately. We do apologize for this, but we're trying to get it taken care of as quickly as
Hey,
possible.
what's an esports broadcast without technical difficulties,
Of
right?
course,
This is just
that's
this is just solidifying us as being legitimate. That's silver lining.
All right.
Hmm.
So I mean, all none of the players, just for the record, none of the players are having any issues.
Yeah, no, it's
This
all
is
us.
just on
All us.
the spectate client. So I don't want anyone to be thinking, oh, their connection is horrible down at. That's not the case
No.
whatsoever. The players are absolutely fine.
Yeah.
They are on. They have no problems whatsoever. It's just our connection is the only one, or our rig is the only one that is suffering from any difficulties. As we're gonna go ahead and try and get back in once more. We'll see.
No. No. Anyway, trying to load back in. It is actually all our client. Yeah, sorry this for everyone. I kind of feel like we should have some elevator music going on right now, at least, or some. Nah, not Jeopardy. I think it's a little repetitive. But oof.
Yeah, well,
Oh
so
well.
while we get this taken care of, uh, don't go anywhere. We're gonna get you guys some music to listen to
Uh huh.
while we get this sorted out. We will be back the moment we get into the game. We're gonna bring the action right back. So don't go anywhere. It should be very very soon, but as soon as our client gets connected is when we'll jump back in. All right, we are
Oh.
in. We missed the first 4 minutes. We did miss first blood, but we are back and we are ready to go. And we can see now the fighting has been rather furious here in the first couple minutes. That's almost another kill being picked up on the top lane there by this Volibear, who did get that first blood, has already picked up a kill onto Trundle and very nearly got himself a second kill. But now down in the bot lane, oh, that's going to be SS Oreo taking a ton of damage, trying to get a return kill, but the heal comes out, and McDicken is going to be jumping forward with that rocket leap and picking himself up another kill. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Volibear going hard on Lambo Mercy and picks up the kill as well, 4-0.
That's why I hate Volibear. You see that? You saw that damage on that bite?
Yeah, with no
Ridiculous.
damage items.
Yeah,
all
no,
he has is
no items.
all he has is that
A little bit of health.
what's the
Bomby
name of
Cinder.
it?
A
Bomby
little,
Cinder,
a little
that's
bit
what
of
it
health, and so does that much
is.
damage.
I don't know why I want
Oh,
to
he
say
had to charge.
Kindle
Oh,
Gem,
he had
like
to
it's-
charge up multiple auto attacks before he can do it. I don't care.
Oh boy, well, we're going to be seeing that a whole lot, it appears, this game.
Silver
as
lining.
that was Volibear's second
Oh,
kill. But here
God.
comes Kha'Zix. Doesn't get that isolation damage bonus, though, and Vladimir just drops into that
Yeah.
pool and walks away without issue.
I will say though, every single lane on Team LeBron's James is up in CS.
For now. I mean, mid lane is doing extremely well.
Yeah.
But you kind of expect that, Vladimir versus Kennen.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
not exactly the ideal matchup for a
No.
Kennen. But those kills, the 4 kills going over, is enough to
4
get a
kills
1,000 gold lead
Yeah.
just about for Frostfire early on.
4 kills in the first 6 minutes. That's ridiculous. And all the top lane kills were all solo. 2 solo kills in a row. So that was just top lane. Definitely the biggest advantage we have for Team Frostfire. See some harass coming down on the McDicken. Again, having to face off against a Caitlyn Morgana lane. Should be a little warmed up to it. Maybe dodging. Ooh, right when I say that, Mikey Chan also gets hit.
Oh,
Though a bubble
nice
does land on
bubble.
Morgana, and there is no Caitlyn to back Morgana up, so there's going to be a lot of damage, even with the black shield. Not going to block any of that damage since it's only black magic damage. Oreo does appear back to deter McDicken from going even farther with Morgana. Morgana playing very far forward though. Nami is all the way in the back, so you know he's a
But see,
little.
Nami can be all the way in the back, though,
Yeah.
because most of what Nami's going to be doing is just putting that
Well,
attack buff onto her carry
yeah.
or that heal, which can bounce out, as we just saw there.
Well,
So
your
Nami
Nami
can
plays all
play
the
a
way
lot
back,
more
but-
safely. And again, they throwing out bubbles, but there's that big Volibear
Oh,
damage.
God.
Cameron is just shaking his head
This
in
is-
utter annoyance.
He's actually not doing that much damage right now, but he is gonna tower dive. His passive is gonna keep him healthy. Can he get? There you go. See, there's the bite, and he is gonna still stay alive because of that healing passive.
Oh, the damage is insane coming out of
Uh.
this Volibear. Again, without any damage items built. It is pure tank, and Trundle just isn't able to survive, even with that corrupting potion.
Yeah.
It just doesn't have enough retaliation. As Vladimir, again, continuing to build up a big CS lead, 30 CS advantage in the mid lane. But he hasn't been able to take advantage of it, and that could be a problem.
Ooh,
right? The
this
big
one,
damage,
yeah.
That's going to be the bandage
Chain
toss
CC.
and the curse of the
Chain
sad money.
CC.
Oh my goodness.
McDicken wants to go in, but
He wanted to try and answer with
Oh,
a kill, but that may have been
that-
a big mistake. He's taking a lot of damage. The net was not ready and it's being used to escape. Now as Kha'Zix comes in, he's going to get the isolation damage if he can get in onto the
One
Caitlyn.
more.
Oh, but he gets
Ah!
blocked by his own ally. But now they
Oh.
have Morgana right where they want her. Volibear has teleported down, and this could be a
There's no passive,
very
no
dead
oh,
Morgana.
well, doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
it doesn't matter if there's a passive because there is a big old bite.
Yeah, I was gonna say Morgana was able to bind him, but I think she was actually at that point.
Mhm.
Oreo does get out. Oh, but if Kha'Zix, catches out, flash, Q.
Oreo could have just kept the recall going. I think he was close enough to getting out.
No, not with the flash Q.
Was the
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the flash was available.
Yeah.
But fully
It's
bear
you.
steamroller trying to get
Ooh.
onto the Vladimir, but just ends up settling for a minion. And again, this kill lead is just growing immense, but
Yeah.
they're not getting much of a gold lead off of it
Yeah.
anymore, as now Volibear is going to be finding that Vladimir unstoppable steamroller. That is a terrifying thought in both this game and real life, as Melomaniac picks up a kill as well. And this is just, I mean, we talked about how the early game have always been really close for Frostfire, and then they just kind of hit another year.
Yeah.
It looks like they came into this game already in that extra fifth
Yeah.
year.
So, on the other side of things, though, Volibear running around is giving Trundle opportunity to farm up and get some good damage on the top tower. So let's see if he can't take that advantage that he's slowly gaining back and turn to lead. But Kha'Zix is coming up from the river. There is a ward on and is also getting pinged out. But Kha'Zix may, just with the isolation from Trundle, maybe we go good damage. No, Trundle is actually doing really good damage back, but he doesn't want to chase because there's a Volibear right on his tail. Has to flash away from that, actually.
Yeah, and Volibear's just going to continue that chase. The pillar's slowing him a little bit, but Volibear doesn't care. He's going to go right underneath this turret again, but Trundle is still very healthy. He doesn't have any mana, but Volibear is getting taken down very low, and he gets the kill, but here comes Amumu making the save, or at least not so much the save, but getting the
trade.
retaliation kill.
Yeah, getting the
to
trade.
make it a 1-for-1. And getting a little bit back off of that, but still, Volibear just flexing his muscles and just punishing this Trundle.
that was
But
nice.
look at the CS difference, though. I mean, Trundle is so far ahead,
Yeah.
but just can't do anything against this Volibear. I mean, even the gold, or it's
The gold is a K in Volibear's
it's
favor.
1,000 in Volibear's favor while down by almost 40 CS. But look
That's
at the
those
mid
6
lane.
kills.
And even in the mid lane, I mean, Vladimir has a 40 CS lead, but is only ahead by about 400 gold. Like, the gold lead is just not there, despite being ahead in CS everywhere. They just do not have the gold advantage. That's a nice fight
Kha'Zix
starts up.
coming in. Yeah, Kha'Zix coming in, getting those nice damage onto Caitlyn, completely isolated as well as a Tristana bomb on it. And Morgana is by herself too, and that is just down. Those wards. See, they even had a vision ward in that river bush and had a little ward on Dragon. Yet Kha'Zix came out of nowhere. They just were not watching the minimap. Either that or Kha'Zix came from some really sneaky position, maybe out of tri-bush. Yeah, maybe ulted out of tri-bush around the loop, but
Yeah,
completely catches them
either
off
way,
guard.
it just absolutely great gank, turning it around.
Volibear's
And
about
I
to
feel
get
like
a
it was
7.
actually even a bait as Nami let herself get hit by that Dark Binding Square in the face
Yeah.
to start things off. But now Steamroller, again, just diving underneath this
Oh,
turret
actually-
without a care in the world. And that's going to be the first dragon being picked up
Mhm.
at the same time. Kazakh's securing that one for his team.
Yeah, another Earth Drake. Good start to the team. That's definitely what you want, especially for this team for Team Frostfire, which are all about
Now
objectives.
let's see. Does the trend keep up? Is it another Earth Drake? It will be
All right,
another Earth Drake.
we're
So
gonna get.
you know what? I really do think just because it's happened 3 times now, there must have been something
Okay.
changed that I had overlooked in the patch notes.
Okay, a very aggressive TP top lane Trundle, and the Amumu's coming into gank, so they're trying to get a return call on Trundle, who's actually very, very low. Oh, but dodges out the Amumu. That pillar is going to stop him, though, and the Curse's head moment is going to stop him in his tracks. He has his ult, his passive coming through, but the smite to actually finish Volibear out, gives the kill over to Amumu, gives Trundle a little more breathing room, and allow him to go back to farming.
And that's going to be again, this huge lead already being built up on kills. Can they continue to grow further and further ahead in gold is the question. I mean, they're only about 1,500 ahead, which isn't that big considering they're up by 10 kills.
Yeah.
Again, the farming being LeBron James doing a great job at the farm game, but they've just been dying way too frequently.
Yeah, and this time Lamb of Mercy, just once the teleport comes in, he's out of there. He does not want to be anywhere close as Volibear. Does not want to get attacked. Not want to get hit up on.
Mumu taking out a pink ward.
Woo!
He got the board.
Got exciting.
Got the ward. Everything is worth it.
So he's there, but they know exactly where he is because there are more wards littering the map. Team Frostfire, and actually, ooh, that Scuttle Crab vision may help them out, stop them getting caught out because you have the Kazakhs trying to be a little sneaky, and actually just got another ward on his own, so they know where he is again. And Mover actually, okay, it's another fight. Volibear is just straight up tower diving. He is just harassing Trundle, not letting him get any freedom. Taking quite a few tower hits, and I don't think his passive is back up just yet.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it. He's being a bit careful. I feel like if that passive was up, he would have just gone super aggressive again. But now Kennen looking to try and get aggressive onto Vladimir. Doesn't quite have enough. And that mid lane has been relatively quiet, despite the fact that there's been so many kills. Each mid laner really only being involved in a couple of them.
Double ult coming out mid, but we do have the Kazakhs coming in, put things in Frostfire's favor, but with the Ghost and the pool from Vladimir, he is able to get out. And with actually more health than Kennen, which, you know, it's Vladimir, he steals health, that's kind of his thing, but... Oh, Trundle, get out of there! Get out of there! I know he's at half health, it doesn't matter!
But is it enough? The passive kicks in.
His passive...
And look at them. I mean, they're both staying
okay.
healthy.
Actually, Trundle's doing really good now.
Got enough damage. I think it's that ult able to
take
away that tankiness. But with Kazakhs coming in,
always being there. Oh, and the Kennen too.
Boy, yep.
Yeah, see, Frostfire, they know when to rotate. They know when to roam. They know exactly what to do to keep their advantage. Yeah, so the first tower of the game goes to the top lane. First tower, first dragon. They're up just over 2k gold lead right now. It's not something unsurmountable by Team LeBron's James.
I mean, yeah, the gold lead isn't insurmountable, but where are they at mentally?
Yeah,
that's the question you have to ask. When you're down 14-3, you almost don't even look at, like, if they look at the farm numbers, they'll realize that they're not completely out of this game yet.
Yeah.
But are they even looking at that? It's so easy to just glance up at the top of your screen and see 14-3
they
on
don't
the
exactly know their gold
and just
lead.
think, oh, we are just getting destroyed.
Yeah.
But again, they've been doing such a good job of farming, and that's what's really astounding to me, is how far ahead they are in terms of farm, despite all of these deaths. Especially the Trundle. He's died 6 times and is still up by about 40 farm.
Yeah.
Like, that's incredibly impressive. It's just the problem is he hasn't been able to get anything done against the Volibear.
Ooh, Amumu going in on the cannon. He is gonna lightning away though. But we got the Kazakhs joining up as well, so it's a 2v2 mid. Amumu is out of mana though, so he's trying to back up, trying to disengage. He has nothing to do with this. Kazakhs is gonna roam up, try and steal the red buff, but there was nothing there. While still mid, things are happening. No one's having to back. It's monoless mid, but neither of these champions use mana, so there's a lot of fight happening. Vladimir wants to come in. Double ult come out. Vladimir does get stunned up. Is gonna try and Sanguine pool in and knows he can heal up. Massive heal coming out. Kennen having to flash out of the and then there's the Volibear once again showing up out of nowhere, gonna get the bite. Vladimir tried to flash away, it doesn't matter. We do see Trundle maybe trying to trade.
And now Kazakh's gonna try and get away from the Trundle. The Trundle giving a bite of his own, but Volibear has just been the story of this game. 8-2-2 at 17 minutes. He's getting almost a kill every 2 minutes
Yeah.
while building pure tank. Again, he has no damage items built. It is just absolutely disgusting what Steamroller has been able
Riot,
to do with this game.
balance this champion. No, okay, I know. You argue he's actually balanced. You just need to kite him. No.
Yeah,
Whatever.
well, I mean, the pick just worked out so well into
Yeah.
this composition because there really isn't. There's a lot of lockdown
Mhm.
and stickiness on the
Yeah.
side of LeBron's James, but there's not a lot of kite. There's not a lot of peel.
Yeah.
It's very once Volibear gets in, especially Trundle. Like Trundle's whole kit is about trying to be in your face and fighting,
Yeah.
not trying to run away from an angry polar bear.
I mean, I feel Trundle has a lot of opportunities to run
Nice
away.
shield there.
He has his move speed that he gets on his field, and he has his pillar to
Yeah,
kind
but
of
he
back
doesn't
him
want
up.
to be run. That's not.
But
like,
it's not.
that's not what you want
Yeah,
to be doing.
but it's
on
also
a
it
Trundle.
won't outrun a Volibear.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Volibear is just so good at sticking on his target of choice. I feel like really the only one that has a chance of getting away from him is actually this Caitlyn.
Ooh,
That's
we're on
gonna
a
be
flash again,
flash
ulting, but
ult.
everyone's just jumping out. Nami ulting in just for assurance of the disengage. It does get hit by the binding. We do have Volibear from the back though. Is the ult gonna kill? Ult is not gonna kill Nami. We have Volibear in the middle of the enemy team, flips Trundle under the tower, does get the final kill, but Curse's Head Mummy is gonna lock him up. Oh,
Volibear passive.
so much damage.
Oh my goodness, that
Oh.
is just these Team Frostfire cleaning house. Volibear in the middle of that fight the entire time. He got dropped so low, but that passive kept him alive and just absolutely decimating LeBron's James right now. And oh my goodness, what can you do against this Volibear? He's so fed. He's got so much money off of these kills. I don't know how you can possibly deal with him, as that's going to be the second dragon going over to Frostfire. It is our second Earth dragon.
Oh, okay.
Next one will be Cloud.
So not another 3 in a row.
Yeah, not 3 in a row, but it's still we've only seen Earth and Cloud.
That's true.
In third game, and we've seen, what is it now? That's 6, 7, 8. This is our 9th dragon that we're gonna see, and we've only seen 2 elements.
Yeah, that's weird.
That's the statistical chances of that are alarmingly low.
I guess. I mean, it's about as low as any other combination of 9 you can imagine.
I mean, technically, but we only have 2.
Yeah,
Out
yeah,
of
I guess.
I mean, it's just kind of surprising, as there is going to be.
Mhm.
What is that symbol?
Oh, that was the whatchamacallit?
Oh, the
Rift
the
Scuttler.
Rift Scuttler leaving,
Yeah.
getting prepared for Baron.
No, sorry, not Rifts. Scuttler, the
The Rift Herald.
Rift Herald.
I knew what you meant. I
Yeah.
think
Oh
most people know
God,
what you
they're
meant,
just straight up
but that's-
invading, running up
Oh
on
my
Amumu.
goodness.
Look at this damage coming out. This is
Amumu doesn't even stand a chance, as he is just deleted. Volibear and Cosmic, especially with that isolation, and now they're gonna find the Trundle as well. And Trundle is in some trouble. He uses that ultimate to try and get some extra tanky stats. It
Morgana,
worked
get
for
out
now,
of there!
but here's the teleport. Morgana trying to use the shackles, and it just doesn't help enough. Volibear getting dropped low.
Okay,
and he's
here we
still
go. Here's the
alive.
backup.
This could be the turnaround, though, as Caitlyn has now joined the fight. Volibear, the passive is popped. Vladimir gets a huge heal, and here comes the ace in the hole. Not quite enough, but that's going to be Trundle. Actually, it will be Vladimir able to secure it. The flash forward with the pillar, but a nice stun being locked down by Kennen to keep himself alive. And just like that, LeBron's James, they finally show some signs of life.
Yeah, that was Frostfire definitely going in way too aggressive, getting a little ahead of themselves. They did get a nice pick onto Amumu, but then tried to force it too much. And even though the Morgana went in and pretty much got deleted immediately, she at least held them there for the rest of her team to back them up. We got the ultimate from Vladimir, we got the Caitlyn coming out. That's enough damage. Oh, I'm sorry, I have to let someone in. We are right next to the door
we have
controls.
the door operations right to our left. But we are 21-6 at 21 and a half minutes. That's a kill per minute coming out from Frostfire, as Lambo Mercy trying to make something happen with this push in the mid lane. Not much has happened in terms of turrets. It's 2-1, but here comes the
nice binding from Morgana.
Everyone is getting involved now.
Nice binding from Morgana there, but unfortunately, she didn't realize that the rest of Frostfire were right on her, and she got blown up. It's still trying to get away, and a missed bandage shot from Mumu is gonna also let Volibear get out of there, not get trapped under a tower, and that tower is gonna
I mean,
fall.
even if that bandage toss had hit, I
Yeah,
feel like
fair.
Volibear would have still been able to
That's
just
true.
walk away.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that is the third tower. All 3 outer towers have been destroyed now by Frostfire.
Oh, Caitlyn, get out of there!
Caitlyn is in some
Ooh!
serious trouble, and here comes McDicken as well. That is just so much damage. But now they're putting a lot of damage on the onto Steamroller. He is going to finally go down again. And now this could be the opportunity for LeBron James. They get a lot of damage. They do back away, though. Kha'Zix is in some trouble, perhaps, as Silverwing's going so aggressive with this ladder. He has so much healing and sustain. This is going to be another kill picked up by LeBron James. And will they continue chasing? Oh, the bandage toss as the Rocket Leap comes out. A great pillar, but they don't want to go diving onto the turret. They are definitely know that they need to be careful here because they can easily lose a couple more kills. Silverwings using those tools of Vladimir to be super aggressive. Oh, that's going to be a bubble landing onto Killer. They do get the turret. Will they go for a fight? Looks like LeBron James wants to turn this around. They get a big burst of damage. A nice pillar blocking Mikey Chan in the fight.
There he is.
Insomniac Killer on the back lines. He's going to get taken down. Here comes Volibear, and he is just causing havoc. The passive comes through, and look at the damage does he have enough, though? He's trying to take out Lambo Mercy. The damage is insane. Here comes Kha'Zix jumping on in, getting the reset. But Silverwings is so durable. Silverwings gets one. Will he be able to take down Volibear? He gets him. What a play from Silverwings.
Okay, so Volibear is impossible to take down, pretty much. But at this point in the game, the healing that comes out not only Vladimir but also Trundle is ridiculous. And so it's an attack of like 2 Titans essentially, and Volibear
really
could not survive all of that because even with Kha'Zix coming in and trying to help burst them down, they still heal so much that that Volibear's passive runs out by the time that you can get them down, and then they can just easily wipe you.
Yeah, that was, oh my god, that was absolutely insane. Silverwings making, up to this point, the play of the game.
Yeah.
In that 2v1 situation, it looked like Volibear was going to get the kill, but they managed to just somehow survive. And Trundle did go down, but Silverwings, with the save, able to, oh my goodness, that was just absolutely insane. Just enough survivability on that Vladimir.
Yeah, this is... Maybe Frostfire are not going to be more aware of it. I don't know. We do see Volibear coming in and trying to 1v1 this Trundle once again. Let's see if Tone can actually put up a good fight. He did bite him and is actually doing a little more damage.
Volibear's 2v1 before, but that's a lot of good damage coming out of Lambo Mercy. I feel like Lambo Mercy is finally, just now that he's got those 2 items completed, the Sunfire and the Spirit's Visage, it's just really allowed him to survive against this Volibear. Dragon is up. This is going to be LeBron James looking for their first dragon. It will be this Cloud one against the double Earth Dragons, but they don't want to go too... They don't want to commit to it too hard because they know they are still behind.
Yeah, we do have teleport advantage. Actually, no, it could be matched evenly. Volibear's up in the top lane. Trundle's starting to run down, though. Just we don't have the Oasis teleport just yet. But yeah.
They were able to bully them away from the dragon, and this is going to be the first dragon getting picked up. And hey, we finally get a fire dragon.
Woo! Something different. Hello.
When it does respawn in a couple minutes. But, oh my goodness, this game has just... It looked like it was just going to be Frostfire running away with it the entire time. Like, they got out to such a big lead. But now, off of those last couple of fights, LeBron's James, they have made this a game. The gold lead is only about 2,000 to 3,000. That is so close, considering the kills are 15 in favor of Frostfire. But the tankiness is just... I feel like that... How tanky LeBron's James is right now is going to make things so difficult for... I mean, Volibear's not going to be able to burn through all of that health.
Yeah.
Kennen is not going to be able to do enough damage. He'll have the lockdown, which will be super helpful, but Kazakh's definitely not gonna be able to do enough damage in team fights. They're gonna be relying so much on McDicken. He is 2-0-10. He has done a great job of staying alive throughout all these fights, but they need him to they are putting almost everything on his
Yeah.
shoulders in this game.
Problem is he can't get close because the minute he gets close, oh well.
Oh, we
And
are
the
gonna
fight,
be having a
oh, they're
fight
actually
start
getting caught out, having to ghost away. Nami ult does also come on. McDicken though on the side, they're putting massive damage. Take out the Morgana.
Oh,
Is
out.
almost dropped himself. We're using multiple ults coming down, tons of AoE damage happening. I honestly don't. Oh, but then all the kills are going towards Frostfire. Vladimir in the back, taking out Lambert Mercy. Vladimir also falls himself. It's just Trundle right now. Ah, God, Vladimir's taking out the tower. Kazuya's trying to jump back though, able to get the ace, get the final kill.
Isolation damage was enough, but my goodness, Mick Dickens just, we talked about the fact that he needs to be the big carry for this team, and that's exactly what he just did there. He deleted Kudamano off the map immediately on that fight. Just barely managed to get away with that rocket leap, and then was able to put in enough damage onto Silverwings to take him down as well. And just like that, it is Frostfire storming into the base of LeBron James. They've got the first turret down in the mid lane, or the inhibitor taken down mid lane, and a 31-11 kill lead. Look at the gold lead as well. It has jumped back up to about 7,000.
Yeah. No, that was a ridiculous fight that put Frostfire back in the lead once again. I was going to say that the problem with having Tristana put damage out is because she gets anywhere close to Trundle or Vladimir, they can just start engaging on her. But Mick Dicken did the smart thing and actually used the wall behind their raids. Because sure, a Mumu could use his bandage toss over that, but that was already used. And there's no other gap closer. Like, Trundle and Vladimir have to walk to you. They would have to walk all the way around that to get to the Tristana. And Tristana playing completely safe position, using the terrain to their advantage.
Yeah, not only using the wall around the Raptor camp, but also then jumping over that wall that you see there in the mid lane as well after securing that first kill. Just incredible positional awareness from McDicken. He's the captain of this team, and it is showing why, maybe not the MVP of this one, because I feel like right now that's still going over to Steamroller for this game, but without McDicken having such an incredible positional and map awareness, that fight does not go in favor of Frostfire.
Now, LeBron James is not completely out of this just yet.
Oh, definitely not.
I feel like
if they can get a kill onto McDicken, especially if they can jump onto him and get him early in a fight, they win that fight.
Yeah.
It's period, end of story.
Yeah.
That's so much easier said than done.
But,
as you can see,
because you have to get past. There's the Nami wave coming out. You gotta get past the cannon ult, and you gotta get past the Volibear, who's just gonna run to your back line and try and take out the Caitlyn or the Trundle.
Yeah. While Tristana is jumping.
While
away
Tristana
from
is blowing you up.
Like
so
it's so. But it's very easy to just say, oh yeah, just jump on Tristana and take her out. It's a totally other thing to actually pull it off. Baron looks to be where both teams are putting a lot of attention now, a lot of vision being placed around this objective. But Frostfire, they know that they have the lead, and they are trying to really abuse it. But here comes a flank onto Steamroller. Will they be able to take him down? That's a lot of members. And look at Frostfire. They are just shoving up in while this is happening. I don't think that's the lane you want to push, so there's nothing to take there.
Yeah, they definitely can't get their wave. Or even the enemy positioning isn't in a place they can take out any sort of Nexus turrets. So I think they just put pressure there and try and pull them off of Volibear. Or maybe just to push a little bit. But yeah, you're saying they're really going to push bot, and that's exactly where they're going. They're going to leave Volibear top once again, putting Steamroller on this solo split push roll.
Which
and the rest
this will work perfectly. They just saw just how much threat Volibear can pull. They sent 4 members top to try and deal with that Volibear when he was shown pushing towards that turret, and it just allows them to make this rotation down bottom, destroy that turret. Tristana is going to delete these turrets, but a nice rotation by LeBron James trying to get some big damage down onto McDicken, but they can't get the kill.
Oh, Volibear's by himself! But so is Caitlyn!
By himself. And they is going to be looking for this kill. And Caitlyn, he picks it up. Here comes the rest of the team to close in as that's a double kill now for Volibear. And the rest of Frostfire is coming in for the fight.
Yeah, that was another missed bandage toss from Mumu right there, forcing him basically to run away. But yeah, those 2 kills picked up by Frostfire, They knew exactly how much to kite away and then to turn back in.
It almost looked like they just kited away fully, and then Steamroller was just like, "No, guys, I'm going in. I'm going in. I
Well,
don't care.
no,
I'm so tanky."
that's because they didn't respect the Volibear teleport.
Mhm.
That's because Team LeBron James respected the Volibear teleport, and they split up and allowed Volibear to isolate Caitlyn and just
Yep.
1v1 Caitlyn like that.
And so a second inhibitor taken down. Only the top lane remains. But it looks like that may not be for long as the side of Frostfire, they're pinging out the Baron actually instead. Kha'Zix is taking that dragon, so they will get the Flame Dragon as well. They're trying to put some pressure onto this top lane. The dragon comes out, and they are going to be going after this turret. They don't even care about the Baron right now. They don't need it. If they can get a fight off this, oh, looks like LeBron James may have stayed too long. He's diving onto the Caitlyn, but he's going to get caught. The passive is not enough. However, back on the rest of the team, it is Silverwing having to leave out. Lamb of Mercy is getting dropped so low. McDicken doing what he can, but he gets taken out by Caitlyn. And now that's going to be the counter engage coming out from LeBron's James. They pick up.
Watch for this though.
Kills.
Watch for Kha'Zix.
Oh,
Kha'Zix is still here. He was not in that. Oh!
Kha'Zix gets one. He jumps out with the invisibility. He's looking
Good trap.
for a second.
He is
He
able
gets
to.
two.
Oh.
And now here comes the rest of Frostfire coming back in. The bubble catches two, and Kha'Zix is deleting everyone. It is an ace for Frostfire, and now they can push in onto this final remaining inhibitor tower.
Yeah, that looked like it was going in LeBron's James' favor, but and this is what this is what happened bot lane.
And just ate them alive.
Yeah, but that's what I was gonna say about bottom lane is that they see a tiny moment that it looks like they're in the lead, and they put all their money on that. They don't understand, like, they weren't watching, oh, hey, we're winning this fight. None of them thought, wait, Kha'Zix isn't here, we're all low, he can eat us all. And we're in the bottom, like, oh, hey, we can win this fight. Oh, wait, we're all split up and Volibear is going in.
Yeah,
We do have the Zerat portal as well. It's all three inhibitors down. The Zerat portal on the top lane. This is just a ton of damage put on the Nexus tower. This is going to give...
This should be pretty much the all over at this
they
point.
have Baron. They're getting Baron.
They're going to get Baron. There's no one coming out to even try and stop this. And with double super minions going to be pushing into the base, I think the actual stat is like 98.7% of games where all three inhibitors get taken end in a victory.
Yeah.
It's some insane number like that. So it's going to be really difficult. The Zerat portal is going to be found and taken out by Kurumanu, but here come the super minions. And McDicken has found Insomniac Killer by himself, but he doesn't want to risk getting caught. Very smartly backs out there.
But here's
Waits
Volibear.
for his team. Here comes Volibear. The flash from Insomniac Killer. He's going to avoid being flipped at the very least. But now the damage is coming out. Insomniac Killer is going to fall. The kill actually goes over to Kennen. And with one dead, a 4v5 with double Baron buffed super minions. This is all over. McDicken picking up one kill on the backside. They take down the Caitlyn. They're going to try and get the Volibear, but the passive is ticking. And this is game. 4 kills now picked up by Frostfire. And they are going to take the Nexus. Frostfire are the champions of the Evo Gaming Nvidia GeForce Weekend Warriors Tournament. Congratulations to them. Each player will be taking home a $25 RP gift card, and well deserved.
Yeah.
Well deserved. 17, 6, and 12 on a Volibear. You can just see the disdain on Cameron's face. He is so upset that Volibear did so well. But just phenomenal performance from really everyone on the team. As we look at the scores here, again, 17, 6, 12, 2, 2, 20 from the support, 5, 1, and 14. Only one death in a bloodbath of a game for McDicken. A 13, 3, and 13. I feel like Kha'Zix was like kind of almost like a silent
absolutely
carry in that one.
Absolutely.
We didn't really talk about how well he was doing at all, but ended up with almost as many kills as Steamroller. And then, of course, Kennen also with only a lone death on the game.
Yeah.
Just phenomenal performance from these guys in all of their games. And definitely looked like the strongest team here.
Yeah, I honestly don't know who I would have picked. As if I had to pick someone for MVP, I don't know who I'd pick.
I
It would
think
definitely be between Volibear and
I think I
Kha'Zix.
would say it's going to be Steamroller, if only because he was the catalyst for everyone else.
No, oh, not for everyone else. Actually, Kha'Zix was the one who kept bottom lane from falling too far behind,
Mhm.
and who actually got mid lane ahead.
I
CS
still
aside.
I still think I personally would give it to Volibear just because of the fact that he was such a menace. Like
Yeah.
anytime Volibear charged in,
Hmm.
everyone on LeBron James either had to run or focus him.
Yeah.
And that is what really allowed McDicken
Yeah.
in the later team fights to stay on the back lines and just throw out all that damage. Again, like you said, very difficult choice, but
Hmm.
my personal choice goes to Steamroller.
Yeah, considering that he got his early lead by himself, he
Hmm.
didn't have any help from his jungler. This wasn't something enabled by any sort of like help, any sort of gank from the other lane. It was the first two kills that he got were solo kills. So yeah, no, you're right. I agree. They definitely,
Yeah,
yeah,
but
Steamlord getting the MVP of this game.
either way,
If that
again,
mattered, if that actually mattered, which it
I
doesn't.
I mean, yeah, it really just gives them a little bit more bragging rights, I
Yeah.
guess. That's really all you get off of it. But again, congratulations to all of Team Frostfire. Again, Steamroller 1819, Mikey Chan, Mick Dicken, V or Vi, however you want to
5v9.
pronounce it, and Mellow Maniac Raiden. All five of those players going to be getting a $25 RP card. But again, congratulations and thank you to everyone that showed up today, all 30 players
Hmm.
and all six teams. Huge thank you again to GeForce, Nvidia GeForce, for providing all of the swag, allowing
Yeah.
the players to play for free,
Hmm.
everything that they did. And of course, the biggest thank you I feel has to go out to Evo Gaming New York for running the whole event, allowing the players to be here and getting everything set up. Phenomenal job by them. Uh, Everything ran, I think, as smoothly as other than the getting into the games at the
That's
start.
Riot's fault. That was
That's
Riot.
that was the only hiccup that we had.
Yeah.
Everything else, I think, was super smooth. And I mean, I'm looking around now, and everyone's just smiling,
Yeah.
hanging out, having a good time. So I think it was definitely a great event,
Yeah.
and hopefully there will be many more in the future.
Yeah. Definitely.
Is there anything else that we can? Let's see. We got the. You guys want to say any words to the? Looks
They're
like
camera
all
shy.
right. They're all set. So that means we're all set. And thank you everyone for tuning in. We hope to see you again soon. Until then, have a good one.